This is the most mature audiences only shit you've ever heard. Period. From Boston. Broadcasting all over the world. Send the soy boys home. Cause we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit.
Drop down, let me give it to you.
This is the Joe Cronin Show. Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
Fuck you with a broomstick! Fuck you with a broomstick!
What the fuck? You look like one of those four-eyed years before that, other times. So
from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper. But he looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper.
I'm from Jesus Christ. I'm from Boston, Jim. What the fuck? Well, you look like one of those four-eyed cock-exposing pedos from fucking Arkansas. You cock.
He's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and
I got 3 kids and a wife. You bitch.
Whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow...
By a cool way of talking to the microphone, you mean I have a good voice? Is that Jim Cornette saying that Joe Cronin has a good voice? Oh my God, I never thought I would get such praise from somebody in the wrestling business that I admire like this. This is incredible, guys. Jim Cornette says, I got a cool way of talking to the microphone. I guess that means I have a good voice, right?
Another, he accumulates followers on Twitter's instead of actual people. But anyway,
well, what the fuck does that mean? What do you? I'm supposed to acquire actual people on Twitter? Is that what you're supposed to do? I didn't know that. What do you get, a bunch of people in your basement that you rape, or maybe expose your dick to them all the time? I don't know.
He tweets us, hey, if whatever his fucking Twitter thing is, and Jim Cornette, if you want to come on my...
I love the way he fucking... Oh my God, I love the way that Cornette like explains how I... Like, he's probably exactly what I said, because he's like, hey. That part is gold. Hey.
And you stupid fuck. This fucking idiot gets...
There's so much gold in this, it's incredible.
The story started coming out that, no, he didn't try to attack Santino. That's ridiculous. But he wasn't doing anything.
By the way, this is from episode 202 of the Jim Cornette Experience, a weekend in Detroit. Which, you know what, Cornette, you should be happy that you even made it out of the fucking place, out of Detroit, for Christ's sake, and not with about a bullet in your chest.
I think he wanted you to do something. Look, this is a guy...
It did look like, and listen, going back to the Santino situation, just to derive from this for a second, I said in all my things, like, fucking Cornette was trying to get away from Santino. Like, Santino was, like, chest bumping him and shit, and Cornette was like, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. I've had enough, or whatever the fuck he says. And then Santino just steps in front of him and puts his chest up in him. And then that's when Cornette goes, well, you know, I don't want to start fighting in the hallway, so I'll just start fucking yelling. He starts looking around at all the people around him like, hey, this fuck won't let me leave. This motherfucker, I'm trying to leave. So, I mean, you know, that's Santino's fault. I mean, I was defending Cornette in almost everything I talked about for the most part. I guess he just didn't like the fact that I was fucking around on Twitter, like, because I was kidding. I was fucking... I go, hey, come on, guys. I'll pay big money to have you guys on the show and fight about this or whatever. And, you know, I was just tweeting stupid shit out because it was funny. Come on and talk about what the hell. But it's funny that Cornette blocks me. Like, what the fuck? I got 26 million views on my YouTube account. Santino followed me on Twitter. Damn circumcised, Jim, you fuck. And if you ask your wife that, you'd know it.
Liquor that I'd like to just mention there. Joe Cronin, remember we talked to him once because he was a Star Maker Bolin had him doing his show for a little while, and Bolin fired him because he was such an annoying fuck. Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck, this fucking idiot gets on Twitter, and I have to explain, he looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter's instead of actual people. But anyway, he tweets us.
This is the best part right here. This is it. This is what we were waiting for. Here it is. This is exactly how I sounded in my own. This is how my inner thoughts were when I tweeted this.
Hey, if whatever his fucking Twitter thing is, and Jim Cornette, if you want to come on my show and talk about this, I'll
pay
big dollar signs. Like, I'll make it rain. You know, you fucking moron. Like, if I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it on a real show like mine that people listen to.
I think, Cornette's show gets a lot of views. I'd have to look at it. There's a lot of people I would say, actually, I think I get more views than you when you look at it weekly, but... No. And you know what? To be honest, maybe at that time I did, but my show was a lot bigger back then. My show was much bigger back then. I think that was back when I used to do over 1 million views a month, every single month. It was a crazy time. When you look at my podcast and my YouTube combined, I don't know if I have Cornette. Cornette's got a big fucking show. Yeah, see? So, thanks for shouting me out, I guess. By the way, this is episode 202 of the Jim Cornette Experience. I just want to plug them on MLW Radio.
Marella's not hard up enough for money. Answer him, right? and then it would get increasingly more desperate. What's the matter? You don't want dollar signs all the way across. This dollar signs doesn't sound good to you. Like, please, I'll blow you. Finally, I'll blow you if you'll come on my show. I'll swallow every drop.
I'll swallow every drop. I remember Jesse once did a really good impression of that. I'll blow you already. I'll swallow every drop. Like he did something fucking. I don't remember what Jesse said, but it was great. If I'm talking weird, guys, I fucking shit you not, a 4-hour dentist appointment today. I expected 2 hours. I'm going to tell you. Look at how big this fucking thing is, too. Can you guys see this? You can see it from here. Look at how big this is. Bro, my teeth don't line up. They didn't do this right. It took me, I couldn't tell when they were like, bite down. Does it feel okay? I'm like, it kind of feels weird, big, but I don't know. My mouth was numb, so I couldn't figure out what to tell them. And they shaved it down a couple of times. But, man, this don't seem right at all to me. And, by the way, 4 hours in the fucking chair. My mouth still is killing me over here. This is the most painful filling I've ever had in my life. It's a new dentist, too, because I couldn't afford the old one. I used to have a great dentist. This guy's in Quincy. Fucking great dentist. Like, he's so amazing. And he's a wrestling fan. Now, I never thought to maybe reach out to him and ask him, like, hey, man, like, it's me, and could you cut me a break, like, whatever. I never thought to do that because I just don't do that type of stuff. I don't like to do that sort of thing. And I probably should have because he listens to the show periodically, and he's a big wrestling fan. He's an awesome guy. We talk wrestling every time I go in there. He's more of a fan of the old 80s stuff and things like that, but he's awesome. I love him. But it was just he was booked, and like they were like, yeah, you can get in, but it's this much money, and I was like, ooh, So, but anyway, I went to this new place, and it's the first time I'd ever been there, and I don't know, man. It was probably one of the worst things I've ever dealt with. They were nice and stuff, but it's weird. But look at this fucking thing. Look at how white this is. Look how big it is. You can see it's the furthest bottom left all the way to the back. Look at that. I fucking here. It's fucking huge. It's funny. They held up one of those fake teeth things to the color, and they're like, does this color look good to you? I'm like, you're the fucking dentist. How the fuck do I know? The lady held it up to me and was like, do you think that works? I'm like, I don't know. You're the fucking dentist. Don't you fucking know? How the fuck do I know? What if I think, I don't know, maybe I think it does, and then it doesn't when it gets in my mouth? You tell me. I want you to hold it up and go, this one matches perfectly. I'm going to use this. You think so, right? But don't tell me, what do you think? What the fuck? You're the dentist. Like, that was weird today. I was like, what? Like, I just thought there was a lot of weird shit today, man. 4-hour fucking appointment, bro. Holy shit, bro. That's what I said. Can you... Big Merc, that's exactly what I said. She's like, does this color work? And I'm like, I was like, that must be coffee stain. That must be the color. That's what I fucking said in the dentist office. I was dying, bro. This lady had no sense of humor. The doctor did. The dentist, the actual dentist did have a sense of humor. But like the assistant lady was just like deadpan. She was like, okay, this one. I'm like, what is that? Coffee stain? White or whatever? What color is that? Coffee stain? That's what I said. And she was just like, oh. Anyway, but, I was trying to make her laugh. I'm like, I'm a fucking loser. I told her, I was like, hey, my last dentist, my dentist that I'm friends with, but he's too expensive, so I'm not really friends with him, I guess, because I probably could get a discount. He used to joke that he was like, man, you got the teeth of a 50-year-old. And I'm like, really? Fuck. No, I didn't go to Aspen Dental. I would never go. I would never go to Aspen Dental or what's the other one? Gentle Dental? Fuck you, bro. Gentle? I don't think so. They put gentle in the name, and all I hear about is horror stories. There's no way.
So now we're sitting here on Throwdown. Stephanie McMahon had surgery today, which is crazy. I didn't know that. So she steps down from the company and then has surgery. Like, that's fucking just seems like an awful time to me. It wasn't a root canal. It was not a root canal, guys. I don't really want to mention, like, what I had to do at the dentist. You know what I mean? Texas South. What's up, man? But I don't know. Maybe I don't care, I guess. I don't care to tell anybody, but I don't want to sound like I'm, like, e-begging for, like, I need help with my teeth. Tell me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to talk about that, but it was not good. But you know what? Actually, they sort of had the wrong. I had the wrong idea. I thought I could go in and just pay like a portion of it. I didn't know you had to pay the whole fucking thing. So I was like, oh. And then they were like, I was like, oh well, dude, this is funny. They panicked because I walked in. And I was like, all right, so da 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 da, and I thought they would just send me a bill afterwards. I thought they'd send me a bill, and then I figured I'd just spend 4 weeks paying the bill off, chipping at it, you know, a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, oh, I'll just, yeah, whatever. What's it gonna be like? First of all, I went in for a filling, and maybe a crown, right? Maybe, and the paperwork said root canal, and she was like, well, that was in case you had the root canal, but now we're not gonna do the root canal. So they didn't do the root canal. So, but my payment plan still says root canal. So I want to go in and be like, dude, what's the cost now? Because it's not a root canal. So I still have to square that away with them. But anyway, I go in and I see the root canal thing, and I'm expecting a filling. I'm expecting a big filling and another filling and something else. And I'm like, all right, it's going to be like $500, but my insurance is going to cover most of that. So I'm going to end up paying $150 or $200 or something like that. So I'm like, all right. But then they were like, no, it's all this stuff, and you have to pay up front. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And I was like, oh, I was like, can I pay some of this now and then later? And they were like, oh, no, you have to pay that to come in. So I'm like, all right. So I basically said, I was like, all right, well, you know what? I did not realize that I was going to have to pay all this up front. We don't even know if I'm doing the root canal, so why am I paying for a root canal? And they were like, oh, well, that just in order to go in, you have to do that. I'm like, what? So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to cancel then. I'm just gonna go home, you know, I'll call you guys later or something. Because I was like, fuck this, you know. I mean, my mouth hurts, but like it's not like it I was like, I don't have that money. And they're like, oh, well, you know what you gotta do is you gotta go ahead and have, we have this care card you can sign up for. I'm like, yeah, does it hurt my credit? They're like, well, no, it's just a soft pull. I'm like, you're going to do a soft pull so I can get a credit card to pay for this? It's crazy shit. And I was like, nah. I was like, you know, never mind. You know, I'm not going to do this to you guys. You know, I'll just go home, you know. I thought I could pay portions and whatever. I was like, I can't do this. And so I kind of like didn't know what to do. Like I was like embarrassed, you know what I mean? Like, you know how you get embarrassed over stuff like that kind of? I'm not that embarrassed though, but I mean, I was kind of just like, I didn't know what to do. Like I was like, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go home. You know, I took this time off of work too. So it's like, okay, I just took this time off work. I'm like, all right. And then, so I was like, well, I'll just go home. And they were like, oh, but no, the doctor like booked 3 hours. In case that she had to do a root canal and everything. Like there's like she booked her 3 hours of her day just for you. And I'm like, they're like, you should do it. Like it's like we're just, and I'm like, okay, is that to make me feel bad? Because like, so then I was like, well, I took work off. I took like my own time off of work off to be here. And then finally, like, some other person came in. Like, some other secretary lady came in, and she was like, oh, you could just pay half now and half later, or some now and the rest later, because you'll have to come back to do the other part anyway. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I was thinking I would do. I was like, because I just don't have this right now. Like, and she's like, okay, you want to, yeah, he can do that. And then they were like, okay. I'm like, okay. But guess what? Guess what happened while we were doing? Well, the reason this took 4 hours, like, half of the fucking a quarter of the way. I would say a quarter of the way into it. At 10:30, right? I've been here an hour and a half. At 10:30, the dentist had to keep leaving because there was somebody else. She was like bouncing around between 3 patients. She goes, I'm so sorry. It's just so busy. We have 3 people in at the same time, so I'm kind of doing everything. And I'm like, well, but wait a minute. This morning they told me that you blocked off 3 hours just for me. Like, so it's like, dude, people are so full of shit. Like, it's unbelievable. And I get it because I'm in sales, right? I've always been in sales my whole life. You say what you got to say. I mean, I try not to lie to people, though. You know what I mean? Like, this is fucking, it's like, I don't, anyway. The point is, that was my morning and my fucking side of my face hurts. And you guys all know because a lot of you guys have had teeth work. So you know how the tooth shit goes. I would say, no lie, this is probably my 50th time at the dentist having a filling worked on or done or a root canal or something. Bro, I've had a lot. I've had a lot of problems. But for all the problems I've had, my teeth look all right. For somebody who's abused my teeth, gone to sleep after drinking Mountain Dew and not brushed my teeth right, and all the fucking cavities. I mean, I probably have 20 cavities in my mouth, like 20 filled cavities in my mouth right now. Probably 20 different cavities. 3 root canals, and then multiple redone cavities, fillings that have been redone. Like, and it looks all right for that, But this new fucking filling, this tooth looks nuts. I can't eat right now. Every other time I've ever had a filling or a cavity or a tooth thing done for the last like 10 years, I go, hey, dentist, when can I eat again? He goes, oh, you're good to eat now. Go ahead. He's like, maybe lay off like really chewy stuff for a day or something. But if you feel fine, just go ahead. Oh, okay. But today the lady was like, don't eat for like days on that side. And I'm like, what? And, bro, it is killing me. And I can't even eat on this side because this side pushes down. I think it's uneven. And look at how big it is. Huge. Anyway. I don't know, bro. I don't like... I actually tried this place once before, and they got so scammy that I didn't like them, and now I went back to them this time because I had no other choice, really. They're close by, and the other place was too expensive, and fucking this place was too expensive in the end, really. I just didn't know it. I should have gone to my dentist because he would have let me break up the payments. I would have been like, hey, listen, doctor, you're my buddy, you're my wrestling buddy, this is going to be $1,000. Can I pay $200 like a week or something? And he would have said yes. I should have just gone to him and just been like, yo, can you let me break this up for a month? 200 or something. He would have said, yeah. Fucking goddamn it. Now I'm not biting right. Like, fuck, it doesn't go down right. So probably what's going to have to happen is when I go get the crown done, I'm going to have him shave it down or something like that. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. But all I know is that this isn't the dentist. The dentist that I had isn't the dentist on the fucking website. Like it says, welcome to this dental place, Dr. What's-its name. Well, I go there and I don't see Dr. What's-its name. I see some other person. I got to get into dentistry. It's a racket. It's a fucking racket. Anyway, this is Throwdown, and I'm just throwing down, man. I'm throwing down. On Throwdown on Friday nights, I do about an hour or two, and I hang out with you guys. Maybe I go to the Discord and a few, hang out with some other people. We talk about wrestling, entertainment, anything I want to talk about, you want to talk about, whatever. We're going to talk about more. I'm just kind of starting this thing off with a ramble, Tomorrow night is Monetize This. So tomorrow night, I hope you guys are ready for the crazy. On Saturday night, Monetize This. As we approach 400 episodes of Monetize This. I think episode 397 is tomorrow, or is it 398? I don't remember. But either way, we're really close. And on Monetize This 400, this belt is on the line. This belt is on the line! Do you understand that? Yes, everybody hates the drama when it's on my channel, but they love it everywhere else, don't they? And I don't know what to tell you anymore about people, bro. I have no idea what to tell you about people. Dude, people will literally say they're my friend, then hang out with people who would want to dox me and attack me and do it live. It's like, dude, people are fucked. People are not real. That's all you need to know. Courtney, that's all you need to know. Nobody is real. Once you realize nobody's real, like I want to be real. I don't think I always am real. And I don't think I always do the best job of being the best friend. But boy, let me tell you something. I don't think most people are real at this point. I think Dan Kennedy's pretty real. I think he's pretty real. You know? And a lot of you guys in the chat are real. But there's a lot of people that aren't. They're just like, what the fuck, bro? You know what? When someone attacks my friends, I attack them. You know what I mean? I get people's backs. When someone attacks my friends, I get pissed off. Even if it, you know, like, I don't know, bro. Even if they're fucking crazy. You know? I think Dan Kennedy is real. That's about it. Garguts is pretty real. I think Garguts is fairly real. I mean, it's a little fake with his story. Like, yeah, I met the fucking president of Afghanistan, and then he told me how I could bomb my own mother. You know, Garguts gets a little carried away, but he means well, right? You know what I mean? He means well. Here's what I'll say about Garguts. Do you know what I'll say about Garguts? If somebody ever hurts me, I'll say this. Garguts will literally... Garguts would have my back. Garguts would be like, fuck you. You did this shit. Dude, how many times have I brought someone onto this show? How many times have I brought someone onto this show who's been shitty to me, but I decided to forgive them for whatever reason? And Garguts is like, no, fuck them. Fuck you. And he gets pissed off. Like, even though I know that it's annoying and some people find that annoying and they're like, dude, just relax and do the show or whatever. Even though I agree, and I'm trying to be like, Garguts, take it easy, man. You know, it's all good. Let's, you know, whatever. The fact that he does that shows me how, like, seriously, tells me that guy's really my friend. Like, Garguts has my best interest in his mind. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that. Like, it's in my head now, like, forever. I know that Garguts has my back. Because even though I was like, all right, let me get along with this person and bring them back and everything, whatever. You know what I mean? Even though, like, people are like, how could you forgive that person and do that? You know, and Garguts hasn't had a minute to get over that yet or heard from me about it. He just sees that person that did that. And he's like, fuck this. So, dude, that has got to be appreciated. Like, I think Dan Kennedy's that way too. Dan Kennedy would fucking, you know, it would take a conversation with me behind the scenes for like an hour to be like, listen, man, it's all good. Here's why. Just, you know, let him do his thing. It's going to be all right. I know what they did. I know what he said. Just be whatever. Dude, then maybe he'd be cool. Rojas is kind of like that too. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. You know? Listen, I appreciate people trying to look out for me. That's like, you know what I mean? In a world full of like no friends, like it's nice to see there are some. I don't know what the fuck that was. Something tickled me. My throat's a bit tickly. Anyway, Stephanie McMahon had surgery today, man. Fucking Stephanie had surgery. I didn't know about this. I don't even know what kind of surgery it was. Maybe you guys know. It looked like ACL or something. It was like on her leg. I mean, maybe she had a cracked tibia or something. It was something to do with her leg. And I was like, all right, Stephanie's leg is fucked up, bro. So I didn't know that was a thing. Now, everyone's like, oh, this is why she took a step back. I mean, maybe part of it, but I'm pretty sure she was probably waiting to do this and was like, all right, I'm leaving anyway, so now this is the time to do it. Busy week. Thank you, Dr. Waldrop. Wait a minute. The doctor's name is Waldrop? Fucking name is Waldrop. I don't know. He's smarter than me. I know that. Busy week. Thank you, Dr. Waldrop at Andrew Sports Medicine and the Orthopedic Center staff at Fixing My Ankle, and to Wilk Kevin Championship Sports Medicine for already getting me started in rehab, and of course to my amazing caregiver, Triple H. Well, he better be there for her after all the time she was there for him, right? If she was there for him, right? Which I'm sure she was. You know? Stephanie McMahon. Come on. She's adorable, by the way. I love Stephanie. You know, sometimes people still crap on her about the woke stuff and whatever. I think she means well. I know that some of that stuff was annoying and people are like, I think she means well. But, man, I'll tell you something. Stephanie McMahon's smile can light up a fucking room. Her smile, like whether it's her cute, no makeup, in a hospital gown smile, or if it's her like, I'm all sexy in my makeup, naughty stare, whatever it is, she has an adorable smile. Like, she just lights up rooms. Like, this is her maybe at her worst, right? In a hospital gown, in a bed, with her neck turned the other way, you know, and that's adorable. I don't care what anyone says. She's a pretty person. It's weird, bro. She's got the mom vibe where she feels like she'd be a comfy mom to lay on and cuddle with mom, but she's also like got that hot wife, like she would just light you up in bed, like sauciness, like, oh. Like, man, let me tell you something. That's a little, I get that. I just, like, that is crazy. I get it. I'm not as, like, attracted to this as my wife, but, I mean, I get it. She has that ability to, like, kind of hit all those corners, right? She has the smile. She has the mommy, like, comfort. She's fucking a badass, and she's sexy sometimes. Like, it's just like, what? I love Stephanie McMahon. She is just wonderful. I really do. For anything weird woke stuff she did that was annoying, we love Stephanie McMahon, and she's entertaining. My wife lights up the room when I see her. Like, when I see my wife, she lights up the room to me. You know what I mean? Like, when I see her, like I become hypnotized by my wife. But she doesn't have the smile that Stephanie has. Stephanie has this smile, you know? So, how could you not love that smile of Stephanie McMahon? And I don't know she doesn't list what the leg issue is. You know, maybe they, maybe they listed it on a wrestling news site somewhere I don't know about. I don't know. But I haven't seen it. Look at Jim Cornette. You suck. Isn't it great that Jim Cornette ranted on me several different podcasts? Can you imagine taking time out? You're Jim Cornette. Take time out to rant on me for barely doing anything, right? This guy will make up anything about anything. You ever think about that? Jim Cornette he'll just fucking flip out for no reason. You know? Like, all I did was I tweeted him 3 times. Hey, come on my show and talk about the Santino situation. Hey, Jim, come on, man. Hey, Jim, what's the matter? You don't like money? That's all I did. 3 fucking tweets. 3 fucking tweets. That was it. That was enough for Jim to flip the fuck out into like never. And dude, he offered it up. It didn't need to come up. It came up for no reason. If you go listen to that podcast, he goes, oh, and there's another thing real quick, a pickle licker I got to mention. He just randomly he was like, I was on his mind. I was like irritating him. Dude, that's how badly he gets irritated. That fucking pissed him off. I mean, he was irritated. He was waiting to bring it up because for no reason I came up. You know, it was like, what? Why did you bring me up? And so it's just very interesting to me that Jim Cornette, like, I don't know, like, did he just, like, I was on his mind that he was that fucking annoyed Where's the part where he just decides to go into ranting about me? I don't remember. Let's see if I can find it. It's just funny. I don't know.
Laugh on the phone at each other.
Where is this?
Career from very.
Where is it?
That I called him up and fucking because John Laurinaitis was driving.
Somebody
Santino's one last
send me the goddamn timestamp.
Because he didn't run for a jabroni in the puts two fingers on the back of my going in there to get my shit. Even the but basically that's the story. I'm like that horse of things. But a suit human resources and. Every 12 years, I can get this motherfucker to pop me in the mouth, and somehow Jim Cornette, we with the mega powers.
Oh, here it is.
11, right? Inning, but I got 8. I was in the Saturday.
I can see that happen.
Off the road and stay away, and then Sunday morning.
What the fuck is this?
Various perspectives, may I say so myself.
Defensive. Class there, and that's the sad.
What did you sent me the whole thing, JT, but I don't know where the fucking part is. Talking timestamp this.
That thing is, I'm on the roof. I didn't fucking go up and litigate to him. See, and he was ranting in the locker room. Want to be there and that
thing.
And he's got a cool way of talking.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so he just
Cronin.
And then
so he's angry. He just goes into me randomly.
The story started coming out that no, he didn't try to attack Santino. That's ridiculous. But he wasn't doing anything. I think he wanted you to do something. Look, this is a guy who got a job because he called the office. Who knows what he said?
Well, now he needs a job. I guess those gyms are expensive. You know what he should have taken? Here's another fucking.
See, watch this. See how he completely changes? He's not even listening to his co-host. He's like he repeats what his co-host says, but really in his head he wants to flip out on me. And finally he just does. He goes, "Okay, that's it."
And uncircumcised prick and pickle liquor. You know what he should have taken?
He's about to tell another story. He goes, "You know what he should have taken?" And then he doesn't say what he should have taken. Instead, he goes into me. You know what he should have taken? And then he doesn't actually say what he should have taken.
Give him a chance to talk.
Well, that's the thing. If he had gone up to you and said, but, consider who knows what he said.
Well, now he needs a job. I guess those gyms are expensive. You know what he should have taken? Here's another fucking uncircumcised prick and pickle liquor that I'd like to just mention. Joe Cronin. Remember, we talked to him once because he was a Star Maker bowler.
I am circumcised, by the way. Why does he think I'm not circumcised? I will listen to that, Derek, as always. I don't know what was up with Jim. I don't know why he wanted to bring me up so bad. I love Jim. I would cuck all. You want me to cuck to him? What was that? I don't even know what that is. I want to eat his. I'll eat his wife for him if he wants. You know what I mean? Imagine me and my wife double teaming him and his wife with like scissors in our hands. That'd be great. Wouldn't you like to see that? Come on, bro. We'd all love to see it. Look at Stephanie sitting in the hospital bed. Just I'm getting surgery.
New subscriber.
You fucking Mark.
No. Fucking Mark. Yo, Brad. 2030. Thank you. Who knows what the hell is going to happen in that year? The years are just flying by now. But Brad, who knows what will happen in the year 2030, my friend? We will never know. Maybe. I had a hell of a day at the goddamn dentist. I'll tell you that. It was a hell of a mind-numbing day at the dentist. 4 hours in a goddamn chair. And by the way, we're going to go to the poll now because the poll is... I put up a poll, for the people that don't know, I put up a poll earlier to see where, you guys would like the WWE to be sold to. And I find this poll very interesting. Let's take a look at the poll results. We had 4 choices. Now, this doesn't mean I won't put another poll up to see some more choices. But currently on the list is Saudi Arabia, option number 1. Disney, number 2. Netflix and or Amazon, number 3. I even gave Netflix and Amazon like a cheat, like each other. It could be one of either one. I put them together. I combine them. Or NBC. And NBC was always my choice. NBC is running away with it with 57%. You guys want NBC to purchase the WWE. And hilariously, number 2 is Saudi Arabia. And hilariously, Disney is in last place. Everything American has gone to shit. Right? Apple used to be like the quintessential American, right? Now Apple is dead. Now Apple is run by Chinese communists and psycho communists in this country and globalists. Apple is dead as far as being a wholesome, good product. You know, it's a horrific fucking thing now. Same thing with Disney. Disney went from being the American fucking thing for children and cartoons and the families, just premier family movie programming and stuff, being wholesome. I mean, in some ways it never really was with what's-his-face in charge of it. The guy was a racist, but Walt Disney. But, you know, so maybe...
He was also a Nazi.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so maybe Disney's just always been horrific. But, you know, they are the least wanted. Disney is the least wanted. Who would you want WWE to sell to? Disney's in last place, which is what I said as well and what we predicted. Saudi Arabia is number 2. That's fucking... Now, the fact that Saudi Arabia is beating Netflix and Amazon, wow. But NBC is running away with it.
Who's the fan that's from Saudi? What's his name again?
The fan?
Yeah, you have a fan that's in Saudi Arabia.
Well, we have a listener called Awandi who's in the United Emirates, but he's... we like to say he's from Saudi, but he's not really from Saudi. He's from...
Oh.
Yeah. No, we actually do have a couple listeners from Saudi Arabia, but...
Maybe they voted with multiple accounts.
Yeah. You know what? I bet they don't know how to use a computer, so I don't think so. 758 votes, though, coming in. It's a lot of fucking votes on this. NBC is the clear winner as far as the fans go.
Hey, Joe. Today I was looking online and wrestling articles were popping up.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tony Khan and his dad are a potential buyer.
They're in the mix, but I doubt they'll be able to liquidate $6 billion to, you know what I mean? Because if you think about it, don't Tony Khan and his dad, don't they have like $15 billion? Is that what they have? Somebody looked that up.
They have, either way, they have a ridiculous amount of money.
They do, but I don't think it's liquid. So, hold on a minute. Khan family worth. Shahid Khan, 12. So they're worth $12 billion. But again, the sale of WWE will go for probably somewhere between 8 and 12 billion. WWE could sell for 8 to 12 billion dollars. Tony Khan's father has 12 billion. So that's not going to happen. And let's say he even sold it for 6 billion. Does Tony Khan's father have $6 billion liquid assets? I doubt it.
What if their football team wins?
I mean, that's good, but that doesn't.
Yeah, wouldn't that bring them in like a shit ton of money?
I don't think so.
From
I
all
think
that merchandise sale.
They might make a couple of they might make some millions, $5-10 million, but they ain't gonna buy it. We're off by billions. Dude, I mean, think about it. You're not gonna. If you're the Khan family, you're not gonna spend 90% of your income on the WWE. You're just not gonna do it. The Khan family. The Khan family is the type of family that would sell something when it makes sense, not fucking buy it when it doesn't. It's too privatized. It's too personal for them. Like, this is their personal money. They're not gonna buy WWE. I mean. Think about this. Even if WWE was $3 billion, even then, Tony Khan's father would have to be like, do I really want to part with like 25% of my money? And can he actually use that money? Is it liquid? I don't know what his status is as far as that goes. So,
well, especially considering the turn of how fans are right now against, with wrestling. There's not a lot of interest in it right yet. I mean, we're on a downturn.
Yeah, it's not a smart idea. I mean, it's something you would buy if it was cheap. Like if WWE was like, "Oh my God, we're in trouble. We're going out of business. We're gonna sell the company for $100 million." Okay, $100 million. I could see him buying that, but I couldn't see him buying it for $1 billion or even more, for sure.
I could if we were at Attitude Era popularity.
Yeah, maybe if the Attitude Era was going on, there was 7 million people watching and there was exploding and everything. Maybe. But yeah, there's no way. Again, Tony Khan and his father, that's some rumor. They might have said something to someone somewhere as like a little smile. They are not in the running. Financially, it's impossible. The only way they could be in the running is if for some reason Vince wanted to give it to them. But he couldn't because the shareholders would never agree to that. So
No, because they got to be paid too.
Right. So
let's say even if they did sell for $6 billion, right? That now the Khans own WWE. How long would it? How quickly could they make that money back? Really?
They wouldn't. That's the problem.
Yeah, they wouldn't. That's exactly it. You know what I mean? I mean, you'd have to be, so here's the thing. You talk about you talk about smart people.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
The first donation of the stream, baby.
Little meth head devil worshippers.
Thank God, $3. Gerald Armstrong.
Big bite out of your face.
Lisa Marie Presley last night. Now Robbie Knievel. These died suddenlies are not a coincidence.
I'd have to look.
Lisa Marie died?
Lisa, yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
That's Elvis's daughter, right?
From what? What, overdose?
Being a hooker. No, I don't know. I think it's all right. I don't know what she died of. I would. Oh, wait a minute. They did reveal her cause of death. Hold on. Let's see. The mother confirmed the news tonight, writing a statement. Is with heavy heart. Blah 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 blah. She's now received. Wait, my beloved daughter was. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. Here we go. She's a strong and loving woman. Lisa Marie, a singer and songwriter who dedicated much of her life to keeping her father's legacy alive, was rushed to LA hospital after suffering a medical emergency at her home earlier today. Priscilla announced via Instagram her post featured a throwback photo of her lookalike daughter. My beloved daughter, Lisa Marie, was rushed to the hospital. She is now receiving the best care. Please keep her in her prayers. TMZ oh my God. TMZ reported that Lisa Marie went into cardiac arrest at her home and was put on life support with a temporary pacemaker at the hospital. A source close to the situation told the outlet the musician was put in a medically induced coma before being pronounced dead. She literally went to the... Oh my God. So it is something like that.
It has to be.
Holy shit, dude. She went into cardiac arrest. A female. What is she, 54-year-old female?
Right.
I mean, was she on drugs?
Had to have been.
That's the only thing I can think of.
That's like a heart attack from a big dose of methamphetamine.
I mean, maybe. I mean, or it's the jabby jab. People think it's the jabby jab. So, I don't know that. We don't know if she was
the jabby jab.
We don't know if there were drugs. We don't know.
You're not having a cardiac arrest on any sort of speed unless you're using a jabby jab.
No, but I mean, like, what if you're just doing some kind of, a lot of cocaine or something? Was she on like drugs? Is what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, how many people have a cardiac arrest at 54?
Not a lot of, not as many women. Women do have them, but they're not. They're rare, or they're not rare, but they're. I don't know. I don't even know the stats. Look them up. Cardiac arrest in women. Versus men. It's definitely way higher in men. It's got to be.
Oh yeah.
Let's pull up the numbers. Okay, so yeah, let's see. There's got to be a chart somewhere.
Well, all you can really say is like father, like daughter.
Oh, come on.
Uh-huh.
I mean, dude, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, men and women are different, obviously. At 50 years old, yeah, men are like, I don't know. It's pretty close, it seems like, but it's the men are higher for sure.
Oh, definitely.
God damn, man, but that is strange. I'll have to look up her history of drugs.
She's been in rehab several times.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you're right. And we're not trying to be mean. This isn't what we're doing. I'm just always curious of how, people how people die and how we can live better and how we can, you know what I mean? Like it's important to figure that out to me. Like what really, But yeah, I remember. You're right. I mean, back in the day, dude, she used to be, and she was a mess, right? I mean, didn't Howard Stern used to like always, rip on her, and she was all jacked.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking of Anna Nicole, but it might have been both of them, to be honest.
Anna Nicole got ripped on a lot too. I mean, Anna Nicole died of drugs, no doubt.
Yeah,
that was in her autopsy.
That was another crazy bitch.
Hot though.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. I'd pull her hair.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Dan, now if you had the choice, Dan, between Anna Nicole Smith and Lisa Marie Presley, which one would you rather be with? And I mean, when I say be with, I mean penetrate sexually.
I'm trying to. Could you pull up a picture of them or something so I could see the difference?
Well, I'm not going to do that right now because that seems inappropriate. After she's passed away, I'm not going to put her photo up, and even this question is inappropriate. But I will ask it because I'm a sick person. But I'm not sick enough to put her photo up now, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but that's where I draw the line. Like putting the photo up for some reason is where I draw the line. I got to add some people to the $3,000 all-time donator list.
Wow.
Courtesy of SITH NEGAN, I'd like to shout them out right now because I am right now going into my YouTube channel and my tab for permanent settings to permanently put the default people in there. And I just want to say that they are. There's something going on shit! Up in space. Oh my God! Something going on up in this place. There's something weird kinda happening, strange kinda happening, things are kinda happening. What the fuck is happening? Aliens, extraterrestrials. They gave me a shot. Nanotechnology. I'm not me. You're not you. I'm fucking crazy. Split personality. Scott McKinnon.
The CDC has started an investigation on the jabby jab now.
Are you serious? Oh my God, the ghost from the coast. $51 drop. Ghost, thank you so much, man. That is the first or second donation of the night, and it is the largest one, man. Holy shit, dude. We almost fucking didn't get one drop tonight, and then all of a sudden Gerald Armstrong coming in and Ghost from the coast. Thank you so much, Ghost, man. Thank you, bro. Holy shit, single-handedly saving the show from being a complete zero. Thank you, Ghost. So we can look into this. Is this real? They really are. CDC's investigating. I mean, we all knew this was coming, but.
Well, the CDC is investigating the jabby jab because they know that it was the oh shit, I lost it now.
Hold on, let's see.
What's their name?
Pfizer.
Let me see here. Didn't the CDC approve the fucking thing? Or was that the FDA?
I think the FDA did it.
CDC and FDA seek possible link between Pfizer shot and strokes.
Oh, great! I got Pfizer. Am I gonna get a stroke now?
I got Pfizer. No, I got Moderna.
Yeah, I got both my jabs were Pfizer.
Well, you made a mistake, brother.
Yep. Let me know when the class action lawsuit comes in.
It's not because you signed a thing when you fucking took it. Probably.
I didn't sign shit.
Well, I think they signed a thing technically like that was like they can never be sued. Like the government like basically said you can never be in trouble. And everybody took it. And we ranted and raved about it when it happened and said, "How can you be fucking taking this when they literally can never be in trouble for this and you're taking it?"
Maybe we'll get lucky and I have my stroke on monetized this.
Well, I got Moderna, and I only got one. That's the weird thing about me is I got one shot and then I was like, nah, because I was trying to figure out why you needed a second one. I was like, why do you need the second one? And they were like, well, it's just another one. I thought you needed to like do one and then another to activate it or something, and that's not really what it is. It's like it is that way, but it's like I was like, so I just want one. Just give me the one and I'll be done. And so I never got another one. And by the way, you know what's funny? Do you know how many people said that I was some kind of crazy person because I only got one? And I said, well, they're like, you need to be fully vaxxed. Well, guess what? All the people that yelled at me to be fully vaxxed aren't fully vaxxed themselves because they only got 1, 2, and maybe a booster. Some of them got a booster once. I'm like, so when was your last shot? Like, I've brought this up to them. The people that screamed in my face, you're not fully vaccinated. Those people that did that, dude, bro, I go, oh, when'd you last get the vaccine? When's your last shot? Oh, I got mine, I don't know, like a year ago, 2 years ago. Oh, so you're not fully vaxxed anymore. So you just get fully vaxxed when you want to get fully vaxxed. Okay.
I mean, Joe, I never thought you were crazy for taking the one shot. Honestly, if I lived by myself, I would have only gotten one shot too.
Yeah, I mean, do what you want to do. I had one, and then after one, I said, I don't feel good about this. I don't know. I just don't feel something doesn't feel right. And I've got all my other vaccines that I wanted.
I recently got my flu shot.
Yeah, because they're proven. You know what I mean? Like, vaccines aren't a thing. Like, I go by statistics, stakes, and things like that in my brain, right? And I think to myself, well, the polio vaccine is pretty well done at this point. Like, they know how to do it. They figured it out. They make it. They know what, what I mean? We've had enough years of it that, you're not probably going to develop something fucking crazy. Now, could people be getting little minor issues and problems and gene issues and stuff because of many of these things? Maybe. But there's nothing crazy horrific that stands out to me. So I'm like, all right, it's been around for like 70 years. All right. But to literally just be like, hey, this new thing's out. Let's try this. Let's be the guinea pigs. You know what I mean? Like, someday our kids are going to be older and they're going to be like, dude, remember that? When those people got that? Like, fucking, it's like, but it's, and I get it. If you have to do it, you have to do it. That's fine. You know what I mean? But, like, polio vaccine worked great. They fucked it up and killed, like, 1 million people. But that was because they, allegedly, that the reason why the polio vaccine killed a bunch of people at first was because it was an error. Like, so, like, most people got the right one and it was fine, but there was a batch error or they fucked something up in the process or something. So technically the vaccine would have been safe had they not fucked it up. And that was, when was that? 1940 or 1930, 40, something like that. I don't know. But, so, like, I get it. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I think some things people are overreacting. Like, people were screaming about, Hamlin from the Buffalo Bills, that he dropped suddenly, and it was like, no, he was hit right in the heart. So I get why now I'd like a doctor to prove that, but it seems like he was hit right in the heart, and that stopped his heart into cardiac arrest. So that's not a shot thing. he got impacted in the heart. But there's hundreds of examples of other athletes that are dropping like flies that didn't get hit in the heart. Those I'm curious about. So I don't know, bro. But the yearly flu shots and stuff are brilliant. This is exactly what EA Sports does. EA Sports, it's in the game. Every year, EA Sports releases a new game that really isn't a new game. It's the same fucking game almost every single time with a couple of fucking tweaks. And they charge you.
2K does that too.
Right. And they charge you for it. That's what we all said this. Remember the flu shots were dipping? This is my conspiracy. People talk about conspiracies. My conspiracy is this. A year to 2 years before COVID, there were all these articles freaking out. People aren't getting the flu shot anymore. People won't get the flu shot anymore. Flu shots are down. There's an oversupply and no one's getting them. And they were like doing these campaigns. Get your flu shot. Get your flu shot. And, I get a flu shot, like I would say every 5 years or 6 years, maybe. And when I get older, I'll do it, But it's like right now I'm like, I'm healthy enough. And I got one 5 years ago. The odds of me actually getting the strain that I have the flu shot to protect against might not even happen anyway. So here's the thing. They want you to come back every year. And they needed something new to get you to come back every year so pharmaceuticals could make a ton of money. So what's better than this pandemic? Because now they got people hooked on this COVID shot for a while, right? They didn't have nobody was really getting the flu shot anymore. Now not only are people getting the flu shot, but now they're getting the COVID shot every year or maybe every 6 months for a booster. So it's all business is booming and they have smiles on their faces.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that it's not science and stuff like that because there's some great science out there. And we invent and come up with some amazing cures. Make no mistake about it. We as humans have come up with some amazing cures, amazing vaccines, amazing medications and things like that. We really have. But there is something suspect about the way this process is going. And the fear they used to sell you something that works a little bit. And what are the side effects of that? I don't know. Anyway, we got off the fucking rails of the Stephanie McMahon and everything else.
The Illuminati gave Lisa Marie a jabby jab.
Yeah, they stuck it in there when she wasn't looking.
Yeah.
Budweiser gave her dad the jabby jab.
Budweiser?
Yeah. Wasn't he a drinker?
You raised a piece of shit.
He
Sorry,
died
Dan.
from
First the
being
list,
constipated
now a
due to
stroke.
opioid abuse.
Oh, no. Hit me with your flu shot.
Fire away.
Just said, sorry, Dan. First the lisp, now a stroke. No, I think you'll be okay, Dan. I think your mongoloid DNA will beat up that Pfizer poison.
Like the Mongolo has 21-inch pythons.
Exactly. Oh my God, Rostaf, I didn't know he was here. He scared the fuck out of me.
That's what I do. I come and I go.
Why, Joe? Because he's black?
No, because he
Doesn't have
speaks
the
so
right
elegantly.
chromosomes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, real quickly before I get to Rostaf, who just showed up, let me just shout out the brand new, added to the description box down below on every video now, the new people that have gone over $3,000 in support. So down below, anybody who's a $25 producer above should have their name down below, and I think I got to fix the list, actually. But also, there's another list of people that will stay down below.
You all
my God,
have
wait a
decided to take your hard-earned money and to fund my show, to fund what I do, to fund what I believe in, to fund my godly ass.
Oh my
JCS
God.
Army.
You know what to do.
$60.
Donate to me. Acknowledge me.
Down there.
Holy shit.
Nick Ross.
Baby oil worked for me. Johnson & Johnson was a genius for the placebo. Love you, Joe.
That's a great point, dude. Nick Ross, I bet you they did. They just created a fucking placebo and gave it to people. Didn't they took off, man, Nick Ross going above and beyond to knock off the Ghost off the top of the list. They took out somebody else. Somebody else's vaccine wasn't good enough, so it got knocked off. It was hurting people. So remember that was okay to question after they took it off. But the other ones weren't okay to question. It's just fucking crazy. So, and then Johnson & Johnson, did they get removed too, or I don't remember what happened, but
I'm pretty sure they were held up for a lot longer than the other two.
It was something like that. It was only one jab though. But we'll see what happens with them too. So Johnson & Johnson, he's getting the baby oil. Now Johnson & Johnson had a talcum powder lawsuit for years, and had another lawsuit as well, because that shit caused major cancer with people, and so they killed a bunch of people with that. Johnson & Johnson, and Pfizer had the biggest, and I mean biggest, lawsuit in the history of medicine. Nick Ross, baby, knocking off the Ghost. Yeah, Pfizer had one of the biggest court settlements, I think, in the history of anything. So those are the people those are 2/3 of the vaxxers, right? Johnson & Johnson, who will kill you with cancer in their products, and Pfizer, who has the biggest all-time lawsuit money paid out ever in the biggest, most historic case, Pfizer. And so the only other one left is Moderna. So right. I don't know what Moderna's done, so I got the Moderna one.
I did actually as well. I wasn't going to say anything, but since you said it, I actually did too.
Yeah. Well, no, I just figured, you know what? The UK, maybe they're a little bit, whatever. I don't trust the American Pfizer company. I don't know why. What does that say about us,
Don't trust anybody that's US of A?
Yeah. Don't trust. Well, but anyway, it all does something similar. And honestly, you can also literally... Here's the problem. Imagine there were no vaxes, right? Imagine there was no jabby jabs anywhere. There was no jab. We just had to deal with COVID, and that's it. COVID causes cardiac arrest stuff. And COVID causes all these same things. So we would still be dealing with that, because COVID itself literally causes that shit to happen. People dropping dead months later from heart attacks because of their battle with COVID, or because of the inflammation that COVID caused. So this sickness, whether it's administered into your arm or whether you catch it naturally, has been making people drop. And it's something to do with the fucking virus.
I mean, but also remember, everybody's internal body is also different as well, how you react to it. So
right.
it varies, really does. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but all I do know, based upon, as far as what the research that I've seen, everybody's reacting to it differently. And again, the way it, some people are immune to it, some people are not. I think even in the beginning, when they were doing research, they were looking for people who happen to be immune, but it was very little research at the time. So we're still learning about this thing even as we're going along. And yeah, it doesn't surprise me that there's all these lawsuits that are happening even at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's very bizarre. I think some of it's real, some of it's not. Some things are overblown, some things are not. You just got to look at everything and then try to, make up your own.
Yeah, you got to be your own field researcher at this point. Just because you get something on one news channel doesn't mean that it's always going to be true or accurate. You have to constantly, we have to be our own news anchors, which sucks.
Always do your research.
Well, like Derek Hansen in the chat says, I'm not anti-vaxxy, but just this one, they rushed it.
It makes you question a lot. I mean, again, I'm indifferent. The only reason why I got them mainly was for, because some of my family actually work in the pharmaceutical industry.
Right.
And the other thing also is, God forbid if they came home with something, it's just what I mean? I'm not going to take because nobody wants to be sick, A, and B, if somebody is sick, why would you want to give somebody else a sickness? That's stupid.
Yeah.
If you know you're sick, stay home.
Yes. And but I do know one thing, my kids weren't going to get that.
There's delivery app now. There's no reason to go out.
I was like, you ain't get my kids.
Right? There really isn't at this point. There's delivery apps for everything at this point. It's a good point.
I know, and they all came out right before COVID, dude. Thank God they did.
Which is weird, right?
It is weird. Thank God though they did.
It is so weird.
Nick Ross said, just watched Impact Hard to Kill.
I actually just finished it up myself and AEW Rampage. I didn't want to get any spoilers, but you know, if you want some results, do you want to slightly go into it? Because I know you don't watch them, so.
Well, I just I don't want to go into any wrestling really, but I just did want to mention that he's saying that she'll be in the Royal Rumble again this year. So is that true?
Oh, Mickey?
Yeah. Did you hear about that?
Really interesting. Okay. Well, just to give some certain results, because I know you didn't watch it, and it's okay. Mickey, in fact, was the main event, and Dave LaGreca and her family were in the audience. The match was actually really good, for what I saw. A couple spots that looked a little hairy, but it was okay. Overall, the crowd loved it. Mickey's gone over, and she is the new Knockouts champion. She's staying in the company. She's not leaving.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go. Mickey James was the star tonight. Yeah, people got the polio vaccine and didn't complain. The polio vaccine killed a bunch of people, too, when they fucked up the batch. They mixed it wrong or something, and they killed a bunch of people with it by accident. And people still lined up to get it. But here's the thing. Real quick, just to go back to that. I've already ranted about this. I do want to tell you, there is a major difference between polio and this, and I'm going to tell you why. If you gave polio... If you went back in the day, if you gave polio, pretend we didn't have a cure. If you gave polio to everyone that got COVID, there would be way more dead people because polio kills people way more and cripples them too. So you would see
Look at what happened to the president.
Yeah, there'd be 200 million people on Earth right now like this, like. So, dude, when you see people crippled and dying, you will run to get the vaccine. All right?
Yeah.
But when only there's like a certain amount of people dying and it's kind of like the flu but seems worse a little bit, but then slowly it becomes not even as bad, you're not running to get a jab. You know what I mean? You're not running to get the jab because you're like, okay, it's bad, but I think I can fight it off. It's not really going to... but yes, of course more people didn't, and there were protests about the polio vaccine a little bit, but nowhere near as many protests as there were for this COVID. But it's because it's a gray area because not enough people were dying, right? If there was only at what point now are we at? Like 1% or something? So if you have 1,000 people, like what, 1 or 2 people end up dying or something like that?
Yeah, but there's also other reasons why there were protests going on. It wasn't necessarily just the sickness.
There's a lot of political stuff and whatever. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just different. It just makes sense. Polio was way worse. So you're going to, like, when someone says, I have a miracle jab, and people barely die of the problem, you go, okay, bro, I'm good. I'm all set. But if people are dropping dead left and right and someone goes, I have a miracle jab, you go, all right, yeah, I'll try it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's not comparable enough, I don't think, man.
Is it like snake oil almost?
No, it's not that. It's just the point is that, like, dude, if people are dying like crazy, you're more willing to try something. But if it's just like sort of like a low chance, you might be like, I'll risk it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a difference between the polio vax and this one because polio was way more devastating. There was I think 25% of people that got polio were, like, crippled or killed. But, like, with COVID, it's, like, less than 1% now. So it's like, you're not like, oh, my God, I got to get a vaccine. But with polio, you were like, fuck. There's a 1 in 4 chance I'm dead.
Again, polio, even I know somebody who actually had it. He was a child of like the 60s and 70s.
Too, yeah.
Even then, the research was so limited. And even if you were to, like, again, and able to, live with it, again, the after effects can be varied. But yeah, it's not cool.
You know what's weird about polio? Polio actually got. You know what's weird about polio is the vaccine came out so fast. It feels like with polio. That they never really did get to experiment that much on it or to, like, study it because they just kind of, like, fixed it, like, quickly. Like the guy, I knew a guy too. He died when he was like 78. He was kind of like a grandfather to me a little bit, and he was bent over, like crippled from it his whole life, and probably like the person you knew a bit. But yeah, they never they nipped that in the bud pretty quickly. It felt like back in the day.
Yeah, so I was just listening to an interview with one of the I can't remember. He was like a researcher or something like that. He was on Howard Stern, out of all places, and apparently a version of polio has now hit like the water, like a number of, I don't know, like a number of fish species apparently are developing like a version of what what would be polio to us, and the way that's also affecting like that chain. And how would that affect, like, not only the eating supply, but the water supply?
Holy shit. You telling me fish are getting polio?
Like, there's, like, this study that's going on right now that literally, that was on. It was one of those interviews that he did where basically there's a version of that, but except for, amphibious species, yes.
Damn, that's weird. Imagine a dolphin just fucking... Like,
Right.
Its dorsal
it
fin.
can't be like Free Willy and just jump up.
It's just sideways. It's coming in sideways. This is all jacked up.
You can't even make the sound either. It'd be like, eh.
Yeah, I can't even do it. I can't do it. I wish I could. I'd be like, that's the best comes out of me.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying the actual dolphin itself would just make
Oh, yeah, you can't do it. Instead, it just goes, eh. That's what it does.
You know dolphins like to get high.
I bet they do, yeah. They seem like they do. You know what we do? I could see all the the animal people, like they're going into the ocean in boats to try to give the vaccine to the fish. You know that? Like they're out on the animal rescue boats, netting tons of fishes and things like that, and then jabbing them.
And then they finally get to a shark, and one of them gets eaten.
Oh my god, bro, that would be so funny. I mean, like it's very sweet if they were, but it's like, what are you doing?
Oh wow! I just realized this is actually there was detected polio virus detected in wastewater samples in New York City.
Yeah, it's always in New York. That's where they first figured it out, right? In the Hudson.
Yeah, probably the Hudson. Yeah, because also there's another story where years ago where people would literally dump waste into the Hudson. I mean, again, forget about just bodies, but literally, like they would throw in like, pins and needles and various other different like, drug related paraphernalia and just throw it in the Hudson. And obviously, you go to the Hudson even today, even try to take the actual like water supply sample. Dude, it is filthy, bro.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Charles.
Yeah, it's like Charles River. Pacharo's waving at us. What up, Pacharo?
Up Pacharo River.
What up, Pacharo? How you doing?
Good.
You kill anybody today?
I kill cockroaches.
Dumped it into the Pacharo River.
What's a cockroach? A white person?
No, it's dark.
He's obviously talking about garguts.
Would you kill garguts?
I don't know what he looks like.
You know what garguts looks like?
No.
He's always on the show.
There's so many people you invite. I don't even know who is which.
What?
Dude, they have their name tags on their screen.
But Garguts? I mean, he's like been on for a while now, like with his thing. He look like the Vato and he got the black hair.
And I met Van Halen.
I know Van Halen. I fucked him in the ass. Van Halen fucked me in the ass.
He looks like the dude from Megalocalypse.
I can't believe it.
He looks like the dude from Metalocalypse from Adult Swim.
Pacharo, I think Pacharo just donates. He just donates all the time about the Dolphins.
Nah, that's bullshit.
I love you. I'm kidding. You're the man. I like you.
Oh, Joe, just one of the quick.
I only donate because I was banned here, so I had nothing to say. Now I have all the stuff to say now.
Then say something, motherfucker.
He is. You want to beat up Dan Kennedy? He's also retarded.
And I want to beat up the frog man. That's who I want to beat up.
You want to beat up Bullfrog? He's banned.
Yes, he's the one that banned me here. He whined about me, so you believed him, so you banned me.
Really? Where did I ban you?
Yeah. I don't know. He was whining about me, and so
no. But where did I ban you though?
In Discord.
Oh, but you're here now. Did I ban?
Yeah. I found it. Someone linked an account and it worked.
Oh, okay. Well, you're back. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't really believe him, to be honest.
You did that time 2 years ago.
That's
like in
I'm
it was
shocked.
like in 2020.
I can't believe maybe it's because I barely knew him or something. I don't know, because why would I believe him? Who believes Bullfrog? I really believe Bullfrog. I should be slapped. If that's the case.
Well, what about did you believe him when he was getting attacked by people?
Yeah, I mean, we heard the cops come to his door. And he yelled at them like on camera. Like we saw that on camera. He was like,
and then he just brings up your name.
Oh yeah, he throw me into it. Like now they're gonna look at me like, does he got something to do with it? It's like, dude, it's like all the people that do things to me and have done things to me, and now there's a guy out there actually doing something to me, and I have it on video, and it's like, well, now you're blamed for all this stuff, you idiot.
What's funny? What's funny that the cops said, "Why are you bringing your address into this people's?"
Yeah, the cops were literally retarded. Like I wanted to punch those cops. Like they're fucking retards.
It's like, why are you bringing it out there? We pretty much said the Bullfrog.
I don't need you to tell me learn how. The fuck, man.
Here they are.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Yeah.
Are you Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
Why are you here?
Somebody called me to check on you, see if you're okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. Why are you upset with me?
Because you're bothering me. I didn't call. I'm fine.
Well, I'm not bothering you. I just called to check on you to see if you're fine. If you're fine, I'll leave.
You need to tell these trolls to stop sending the police to my house.
Oh, yeah? Well, why don't you just turn off your internet? I'm just trying to see if you're fine.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
All right,
I'm fine.
All right. Well, you know something? You are fine.
Yes, I'm fine.
Fucking right, you're fine.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hit the music. What's up, Bullfrog? We were sent here to arrest you.
Fuck, man.
Oh, yeah. And fuck you.
Yo, I don't fucking need this fucking bullshit.
Oh my god. Huh.
Joe.
Yo.
Am I gonna be like a new character of me wearing this mask or something?
What character do you
Oh,
want to
yeah?
be? What character do you want to be?
I don't know. Ray Pacharo, whatever that is.
Wait, did you say rape?
Ray, I'm wearing a Ray Mysterio mask, so I might as well be a new character on this show.
How about the pedophile?
Well, I'm not Tommy.
Oh, shots fired. How about Mr. Mask? Can you be Mr. Mask?
What do you think will be a great time to do on masking?
Yeah, masking.
Yeah,
Probably.
mask somebody
I,
donates or no.
That's a good idea. Like maybe, how about monetize this 400? You reveal.
I was thinking about it, Joe.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win, he has to take off his mask.
And if we don't throw up, then you win a prize.
Right.
Okay. Because I can.
That's a big if.
I can see those eyebrows, man. You know. And them eyebrows are looking pretty fucking huge, you fucking weirdo. So we'll see what happens. I'll monetize this 400. Maybe you'll unmask yourself.
What number are we on right now?
I think we're on like 397 or 8. One of the two. We're coming up on it.
I feel like we're either on 398 or 399. I'm not sure.
It depends if I'm awake.
It depends if I'm awake. He goes, let's do an unmasking, but I don't know if I'll be awake. And are you sure you're not fucking? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Well, you know what? Oh, Bullfrog is actually texting me on Instagram now.
Is he bringing me on?
Hey, Joe, I meant to ask you.
Yes.
Do you? Because I had this crazy idea when you were doing the Internet Darling thing, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it was a missed opportunity to not come out with a figure set for that?
For me?
No, for everyone there.
Oh, like the all the figures of the YouTubers who were there. Is that what you're talking about?
You know how the ringside collectible comes out with sets with multiple wrestlers in them?
Yeah.
Do you think it was a missed opportunity for Brian Zane not to look into having a Internet Darling collection of figures?
I don't know. I mean, there were like, a couple, 300 people or something there. I don't know. So like, how many people would have bought that? Like 40, 20. I mean, it wouldn't have been worth it.
No, you make a deal with ringside collectibles so that the things are divided up evenly, right?
Yeah, they would have said, how many units are you going to sell?
And then have them get like a certain percentage of it, and then they put it on to sale, and then you market it to all your fans each way.
Yeah, I mean, there would have, there might have been some little thing there that could have been done, but I just don't think it would have been enough. They would have been like, can you push? They probably would have had to at least sell 10,000 units to do that. Maybe.
Joe, you're telling me you couldn't sell 10,000 units of the Internet Darling figure collection?
No, I don't think we could have. Because who cares? Like, people don't care that much about us. You know what I mean? Even Adam Blampier and all them, I mean, it just wouldn't happen. I don't think.
Oh, by the way, Joe, I just wanted to make mention of this because I'm just getting a text from my homie who actually was at the show in LA. He just didn't want to tell me what happened on Rampage, and I respect that for him. Basically, long story short, the main event, there was a spot with the it was a women's tag match. It was basically street fight or hardcore rules, whatever you want to call it. There was a spot where Anna Jay was taking a power bomb from Willow Nightingale, who basically power bombed her. Willow literally sat down like on the table, but she miscalculated, and pretty much Anna Jay got power bombed straight right on the floor.
Wait, who got? Oh, really? I missed it.
Yeah. Basically, it was a really gnarly power bomb where basically Anna completely missed the table and she got all nothing but the floor on her neck and shoulders.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if you get a chance to go on Twitter, you'll see a piece of that footage. It's nasty.
That's crazy, man. These women that are so brittle and good looking are getting just waffled.
I mean, you're gonna love the finish. I won't spoil the finish for you unless you want to hear it. But basically, the finish is nasty. It's nasty.
I can't wait.
Look at Ruby first.
What?
Oh, you talk about how Ruby got color?
Yeah, pay attention to that.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was good color. It was good. It was good color, but I mean, it's I mean, again, at this point, women getting busted open really doesn't necessarily, it doesn't surprise me at all. So
no, why is it always the badass women that want to get busted open?
Because they're badass and they're probably tougher than you, but that's why they're badass.
Well, he cuts up people in his basement, so I mean, I should be careful.
Joe, why you think I'm a murderer?
Because you
wear a mask.
You're wearing a mask right now.
Rey Mysterio's never.
You're wearing a mask in a dark room.
You know what? I'll tell you why.
Rey Mysterio's also a murderer.
I'll tell you why. Because your thing is this. Your icon image is that.
But it's from Hannibal. Have you watched Hannibal?
Yes, and that's weird that that's your thing.
Mason. His name's Mason. If you want to look it up.
And then not only do you have this thing from Hannibal, but also you look like this. So like I picture you like you're the type that follows a girl that doesn't want to hang out with you, and you smell her.
You're like a stalker. You're like a predator.
And then you hit her. Someday you're gonna hit her with a sledgehammer and smell her skin or something.
That's a massive sledgehammer.
Well, I'm only in this world for 22 years, so.
What does that mean? See, that's what the hell are you saying that for?
That means I'm still young.
I'm getting some Dahmer vibes from this motherfucker.
Oh, okay. I've only been in the world for 22 years. Okay, I thought you were saying you only. Okay.
Yeah.
There's just something about you, Pacharo. I like you kind of, but there's a part of me that thinks there's a dark side to you that
you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna betray you like most people.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not worried about what you'll do to me. I'm worried that you're gonna kill a waitress. See, that's what I'm talking about. But you do have kind of a gentle eyes. I will say that.
I'm giving you money. You should be happy about that.
I love you. Well, why you give me a couple of bucks a day, which I appreciate, and that you're in here on the show, and you seem nice. but I'm still not afraid to say that I think you might kill a waitress. You know? Now maybe maybe I'll monetize this 400 when you unmask. Now I mean, look at me, dude. I look like a weirdo. Fuck, I look weird. But maybe I'll monetize this 400 when you unmask and I see your real face. I'll think, oh, you know what? Yeah, he doesn't seem like he would do that. It's only because of all I've seen is your eyes, and then that picture. So I think, wow, this guy. Oh, so you look nicer now. I can see your lips and your chin. Okay. Okay, you seem nicer. See, you look better now. Like when I can just see your eyes, you look creepy. Now you look like a nice Hispanic man that I'd have sex with.
I am Mexican, by the way.
I know, and you look good. You actually look fine. You look better. Okay, his smile made me comfortable. Before it was like, and then and now I'm.
Oh my God, Joe! Do you remember the Eddie Guerrero segment from WCW where he's like trying to find his wallet and he thinks like one of the luchadors stole it and he's like, "Take off your mask," and he looks at him and goes, "Keep the mask on," and then this one's like, "No, you're a good-looking guy. Why are you wearing a mask?" You remember that?
Oh my God, that is fucked. I gotta get out. I actually gotta get off the air in a minute. I only got a couple minutes left. Everybody in the chat, I got a couple minutes left. Drop it if you want to drop it. Super chat. Use the donation link above. Do whatever. Hit the like button and just keep talking. We got a few more minutes left. What's up, Dan Kennedy?
Wait, Pacharo, you're Mexican?
Me?
Yes,
I'm half.
So did you come over with Garguts or no?
Huh?
He doesn't even know who Garguts is. Remember?
He said that, but I don't believe him.
I believe him.
So when Bullfrog feels threatened, why is he threatened to call the police when he feels threatened?
Because he's an idiot.
But how is that a police investigation just because you're getting threatened?
No, because I just explained it. He's an idiot. Like dumb people don't know what to do, so they just I'm gonna call the cops on you. What?
He says he's gonna press charges.
Yeah. He doesn't know what he's doing. No, I mean like dude, listen. You can't like they're never gonna care that whether you fall. You could follow him. You could literally be way worse than what you are to him. You could follow him into every chat he ever goes in. Follow all his Facebook stuff. You could do all that stuff, and the cops aren't gonna do anything.
Isn't he banned from everywhere?
Yeah. But
why did he delete his YouTube?
Because he's scared.
Scared? What was he really getting like trolled? That much trolls in his chat?
Oh yeah, he was really trolled. Of course he was. I don't blame him.
People were putting his address in his chat too.
There's a guy on fucking YouTube doxing me, telling me he's gonna come get me.
Don't worry, Joe. That guy won't lay a fucking finger on you.
Why do people talk shit about you? What do you do?
I don't know.
Because people are more retarded than me when I'm the legally retarded one.
Why did grown men sit around talking about other grown men for 7 hours a day and then doxing each other and then hoping that
maybe they want views?
Bro, like the people are fucked. That's all you gotta know. And except for you, I mean, I know Restafa's not fucked. I know he's not a fucked person. Like there's I said earlier. I said, "Dang."
You like going to musicals.
Yeah, and this is like what I said earlier, man. There's a couple of people that never do this weird stuff, like Dan, Restafa, Patrick Carnes.
Yeah, because I'm not an a-hole. That's why.
I know. It's like you guys don't do this. You are normal, like Garguts, like, and also, you know, maybe not Restafa because Restafa's kind of like a pacifist to everything. He wouldn't get involved. But what I will say about Garguts, like I said earlier, is Garguts, if somebody did something to me, you know, like threatening to come and, you know, get me and then showing my house on their stream saying they're coming to get me, you know,
that is weird.
Garguts would be bullshit. You know what I mean? No matter what you think.
Joe,
but, you know, Dave Rose would stream with him, but, you know, Garguts would say, nah, fuck that.
And I would be posted outside your front porch.
Right. So, like, see, that to me is a normal friend, like a normal person that actually, like me, like if somebody did something to Restafa, right? No, I'm not talking about talking shit or some dumb thing or whatever, but I mean, if someone really was like, I'm doing something to Restafa and this is what I'm doing to him and I hope he fucking whatever. Like, I'm not going to be cool with that person. I'm gonna be like, you know what? You're a fucking piece of shit. Like Mustafa's a nice guy. Like,
I mean, we've already kind of talked about like, you know, like behind the scene, like off air, like, you know, people that were just like pieces of crap anyway, but like not to the point where it was like, okay, now you're like playing with my personal life. Nah, you know, I mean, I'm not planning on getting doxxed anytime soon, but that's just the thing. You never know with, you know, idiots.
Joe.
Yo.
When are you gonna be back on Twitter?
Ask Elon.
Keep asking Elon. I've been trying to get Elon to fucking notice me so we can unban fucking Joe.
Wait, can you make another account like all the 20 accounts that got banned from you?
I beat banned.
I am on. I have one. I have an Instagram account.
Wait, you still have that 2018 account on Twitter?
I have no access to it. It was hacked a long time ago. And because Instagram and because YouTube, I mean, because Twitter has me banned or blocked or whatever, they won't acknowledge my, like, please fix my thing. You know what I mean? It doesn't really work. Oh, shit. You got fecal matter coming in.
It's okay.
Yo, shout out to Derek. I know it's the D-Man. DH.
Okay, I am a horse. The fecal matter's on the floor.
Any topic you guys want to drop real quickly before we end the show, drop it, man. Hey, Derek, thank you, man, for tipping me here.
Fecal matter's on the shore. It's okay, I am a horse. Fecal matter's on the floor. It could be worse on the floor.
I'm gonna read the 3,000 and above list in a second too that I didn't get to read yet. Sith, good call, Sith Negan, reminding me.
But it's okay, I am a horse. It's okay, I am a horse. My fecal matter's on the floor. On the
Derek Hands.
Great vibes in the chat tonight. You guys are hilarious.
Oh, thank you, Derek. Longtime guy, good supporter, good friend, and I've had some fun. And we have a few more minutes here left. Otherwise, if I didn't have work, I wouldn't cut the stream. But we'll be live tomorrow night. Monetize this Saturday night right here. So I have no work Sunday, so anything goes. What's up? Is that Pacharo that said Joe?
Joe, you want to sound like a dying? You want me to sound like a dying pig?
Yes, I do.
Murdered.
Yes, I do. Can you do that for me? Yeah, see, you kill people. All right.
You sound distorted.
All right. Yeah, you listen. You kill people. The ghost from the ghost.
Is that like the last sound before the victim dies?
Yeah, that's
you cut. Getting sliced.
That's that's the noise you hope your victims make. The ghost from the coast, over $3,000 on the all-time 3,000 and up list. Allison Tuckwab on that list as well. Nikki J, the Weed God, and Todd Fair. And longtime OG Tim Drake makes it as well, plus Black Lab 92 and Jack Hurst all the way from the UK. Jack, all added to the list down below of $3,000 or more donated all time. Thank you. That is incredibly crazy. Thank you guys for keeping the show alive like maniacs. But anyway, one more thing, Pacharo, you know, before I get out of here, and before I do want to hear from Rojas because he just popped in here, but.
That's my last name, by the way.
Rojas?
Without the J.
Rojas?
Rosas. That's my actual last name.
Okay, well you're a couple.
Who's this fucking burrito?
Just
talking?
give us a couple more things, and we can find out where you are. You know, just give the trolls a couple more things. We know Florida. Now we know your fucking last name. What else you got? What else you want to drop? This is how they find everybody.
Yo, this is the new Bullfrog.
It's the new Bullfrog. You know, they attack my donators, right?
I'm not the Mexican Bullfrog. I'm not 40 years old, though.
No, you're even younger, so we have a longer time to torment you. But no,
Bullfrog's not even 40. He's actually 22. He's just terribly, he's some like sort of skin condition.
I mean, and he's also really obese.
Oh, obese.
He looks like he's Vader.
Oh my god.
Maybe he's wearing like some sort of fat suit. Like he's actually just like a handsome man.
Is Bullfrog actually Vader? Did Vader fake his death? And that's
Well, see, you don't like Bullfrog, but you keep bringing up Bullfrog. Like that's all you talk about.
He's obsessed with him, obviously.
Yeah, so I'm starting to think the Bullfrog was right about you.
I'm upset with him because he's the one that banned me here. I'm still pissed off about that.
But he banned you because he said you were harassing him.
Yeah, and he was like crying to you. He was like, "I want this guy banned."
Oh my god.
Yes, you said this.
So wait. Oh, okay. I get it now. Pacharo is autistic. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't group him in with me.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Pacharo,
No,
well,
seriously.
let's find out.
Don't
Pacharo,
get too upset about Bullfrog. He's a fucking fat, demented idiot. all
Oh
right?
my god. Pacharo, how autistic?
Me on the show again.
How autistic are you, Pacharo?
I have ADD.
I mean, I have ADD, but how artistic are you?
Well, I cheated on school, so.
You cheated on school with what? The school bus? Like, what do you?
I cheated in school.
Oh, okay. You cheated in school. There you go. So you lied to get good grades, but you really retarded. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not retarded. I know some things.
Joe, don't you know something?
Hey, I know some things too. You know what?
That is the retard answer.
I know how to fuck up a tax return.
Oh God. Oh God.
Let me tell you.
I'm not as worse than Bullfrog. I think I'm smarter than Bullfrog.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, all right, let me find out right now. All right, let me ask you this real quickly.
God.
You got to be quick about this. What is 9 times 4?
Do 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 do.
9 times 4.
The clock is ticking.
9 times 4. Oh, where you going?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Joe, you're gonna have to clip
all right.
this and you gotta put it up on the screen. You're gonna have to clip this dude. He ran away from the question. This is so sad.
He left the fucking screen.
Joe, maybe you should try it in Spanish. Maybe you
Okay.
understand that.
I got bad news for you. Pacharo. Yeah. Hold on a second.
Not that hard.
9.
Wait.
3. All right. How about this? 5 times 5. Do you know what that is?
25.
That's right. 25. So let's do another
9
one.
times 4 again. Did you get the answer for
9
that?
times 4. If 10 times 4 is 40.
Oh no.
Is he using a calculator?
Oh no.
He ran away again.
Calculator.
So wait a minute, hold. This should be.
He's gonna kill 3 people tonight.
Dude, literally. Okay, look, we're gonna count this with you, Pacharo. So 3 times 4, that equals 28.
9.
So then you do
18,
that. So then you plus 4.
27.
That's 32.
36.
Plus another 4. 36.
Right. 9,
Am I
18,
wrong?
27, 36.
So every time when we ask the question, if he screws up on something, that's just gonna be his gimmick.
And-
He's just gonna walk away from the screen.
And here's the other thing. If you really have trouble, think about this. 9 times 2, is 18, right? Because 9 and 9, 10 and 10 is 20. So 9 and 9 is 2 less, and that's 18. So then add 10 to that is 28, but take away 1 because it's 9, it's 27. Now add 10 to that, it's 37, but you take away 1, so it's 36. Now add 10 to that. So even if you couldn't do the other 3 ways, there's another way. Now Pacharo
don't worry, it's a little complicated.
I'm here to be a teacher.
I was stumped for a second.
I know I have a
been in
GED.
school for 4 years.
That's okay. Listen, I'm here to teach people. I'm just saying, but
This program is brought to you by Sylvan Learning Center.
But here's the thing: Bullfrog would have gotten that right. So, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to.
No, he wouldn't have.
No,
He would've had his phone out in front
no,
of
I
you.
did this. No, we did this on the air with him. He got so many things right. He got 13 times 7. Dude, he got fucking. We couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he got him right because you gave him 35 seconds to answer, and he Google searched it.
No, I'm telling you, dude. He fucking.
We already
I couldn't believe
debunked
it.
that whole thing.
Imagine Pacharo tonight kills a bunch of people because of me. He's like, fucking. And the first thing he says to them when he runs into an alleyway, like, is somebody there? Hello? What was that? And then when he grabs them and he starts cutting them, what's 9 times 4? You
Just
bitch.
walks away.
Like,
Just walks away.
And then if they get it right, he kills them.
And the fact that he did it twice, oh my god.
Wait,
That was glorious.
How would he know if they got it right or not?
He doesn't. Well, you're right. He just gets angry when they answer because he's like, I didn't know that. He just cuts him.
He's waiting for someone to be like, nobody knows. Like, oh, okay, so it's not just me.
I'm not gonna lie, that made my night.
I gotta tell you, that was great, Pacharo. Hey, Pacharo.
That's a great way to end the
I
show.
have a GED. Pacharo, do you have a diploma?
I have a high school diploma.
See? I don't have a high school diploma. You're a fucking
Neither do
genius. I don't have a high school diploma. You do, but you don't know 9 times fucking 3. But,
4.
Or 3 or probably any of them. I mean, like, but I have a GED.
The donations
The perfect song for Charo's face right now.
The donations are coming so hard.
Leave me here, I'm a bad motherfucker. Ain't got no fear. What the time was the time, motherfucker? Time, motherfucker. You put it in a calculator, motherfucker. It's clock, bang, bang, tick tock. Bug in the sock, oil shock. 2 on consignment, 1 in stock. What's the time, motherfucker? Said clock. I said clock.
I know I shit on him in the chat earlier, but he's got to keep the mask.
Yeah, I think so. I think he was going to take it off. I'll monetize this 400 maybe, Derek.
If I'm even awake.
If he's even awake. We don't know if he's going to be awake.
What translation is if he's not enough? If he's not a pussy.
Sure.
He's going to tempt you with something that you'll mildly be interested in.
It will be probably on a Saturday night, Pacharo, at like starting around 10. You know, can we get you awake at that time?
Yeah.
Now, I love you. What do you think?
What would be the reason for me to take my mask off?
Well, you literally brought it up yourself. You were like, I should.
What has to happen for me to take my mask off?
Oh,
what is happening?
Joshua David.
You just take it off. There's no stipulation. You just take it off.
Has to be a reason. Like, what do I have
the reason. Okay.
Well, the reason is that it's monetized as 400.
Someone donates $5. You take off your mask.
I tell you what.
Someone can
somebody
donates.
How about this? If somebody donates $500, you take your mask off. I'll monetize this. How about that?
Wait, how about we do a football bet and I'll take my mask off?
What?
How about we bet between? How about we do a football bet tomorrow?
Jennifer Buffett baby in chat. It's like he ran away from math. This is great. This is great.
Oh my god, dude, he ran away from math.
Yo, and Jennifer's like, I used to work for Sylvan. This is a disgrace.
Oh my god,
bro. Talking about my mask.
You know, my mother swore to the teachers. They were like, my son is not dumb. Like my mother was like and I got a GED, and here I am now hosting a YouTube show with a guy.
By the way, we're not making fun of you, dude. It's just this is hilarious.
No, it's just funny, dude. Listen, I don't care. You'll never use the math skills much anyway. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Some people know things, and other people don't know things. We all have different skills that we're great at.
man. We're not making fun of anything.
Like,
but,
bro,
dude, that was hilarious.
nobody here is good at killing women. You are. Like, so it's like one of those things.
I've never been a woman.
I know. I'm kidding, Pacharo. No, but Pacharo, what do you? Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
Damn, dude, are you good? Luke Rojas, are you okay, bro?
Rojas laughing is killing me.
Seriousness in his face. Did you see how serious he got? He was like, I've never been a woman.
What is happening to this program?
Dude, maybe I'm gonna pass out. Pacharo, what do you do? What do you do? Don't tell us where, because you've already given us your name and we know where you are. But what do you do for work?
I never said my address.
I know, but we could narrow it down. What do you do for work at this point? Since you're not a mathematician, obviously, you're out of school.
I work, yeah.
What do you do?
You're a gardener.
I work at your favorite coffee place where they like your coffee.
Wow, you're a Dunkin' Donuts guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of those, so that's hard to figure out. So and you're 21, you work at Dunkin'
22.
Donuts. 22, you work at Dunkin' Donuts. Well, let me see what I was doing when I was 22. Let's try to compare, right? Because at 22, and this isn't like, I'm just trying to think of what was I doing. Okay, so at 22 years old, I was, what year was that? That was the year 2006? Is that right? Was it 2006? When I was 20, it was 2004. So 5, 6. Yeah, it was 2006. Okay, so in 2006, I was working at Spencer's Gifts in the mall. And I was making about $12 an hour, which was about $5 above minimum wage, maybe.
I was gonna say, yeah, that was good money back then. Actually,
not too bad. Like, yeah, so like, and with tips at Dunkin' Donuts, so you're probably making about the same. Now, I will say that a year later, I did start working at Tweeter, and I was selling TVs for a lot more. But so I finally got a better job eventually. But yeah, in that year, I was working at Spencer's Gifts. So you're working at Dunkin' Donuts. It's not much different. I mean, what do you make at Dunkin' Donuts right now? Like 15 an hour plus tips, or 13 an hour plus tips, something like that?
Wait,
What? Tip at Dunkin' Donuts.
How much do you make at Dunkin' Donuts? Yeah, how much do you make at Dunkin' Donuts an hour? Like $15?
No, like 12.
How much do you make in tips?
Like $2 tips, $3.
Yeah, but I mean, like at the end of the day, when you go home, what do you have, like $20-$30 in tips or less?
For one day?
Yeah.
I might get probably like $5 a day in tips.
What? That's all people tip? What a bunch of dickheads. Are you fucking serious? What the fuck, bro? Dude, like,
you get $5 a day? I get fucking nothing.
Well, you just sit at home and jerk off.
No, I work. Yeah. I just almost turned into a Pacharo. I almost just turned into Pacharo.
Oh my god.
I just might fuck her.
So
no, I work too.
Listen, so what I do is I like to do the whole pass the buck, or what do they call it? Like you give to people. Like, all right, so I go to Dunkin' Donuts every day, or every other. I don't go to Dunkin' Donuts every day because I get a lot of coffee for free at work. But you know, I would say I go to Dunkin' Donuts 3 times a week, maybe, to get a coffee and whatever. So I always give them my card usually, right? But I always give them like $1 or something. But then
mine's a Chick-fil-A Dunkin' Donuts. They're outside.
What?
You know, Chick-fil-A, there's always like workers outside paying.
What? No, what are you talking about?
What?
You know, like, there's some jobs that there's like workers outside in drive-through.
Oh wait, so wait a minute, you in a parking lot in one of those tiny little cubes?
Yeah, no, we're like our Dunkin' Donuts, we do that. We're in the drive-through. She says.
Wait, are you saying that you're attached to the Chick-fil-A restaurant and you're like the drive-through? You're like inside.
My job is like. This Dunkin' Donuts I am is just like a Chick-fil-A. There's workers outside.
Does anyone know? I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never heard of this.
I'm confused.
Are you sure? Are you buying? Are you?
Is he saying, Pacharo? I think I get what you're saying. So people come to people's cars and ask what they want. Is that what you're saying?
No, pretty much giving us the money and we're paying in the drive-through.
So, okay,
we're
so
walking people's
So you
cars
weren't
and
very
taking their
good in
money.
English class either. That's the other thing we're finding out.
No. I really want to. So, are you getting the food? Are you delivering the food to them, or are you bringing it to them through a window?
We're outside delivering the food.
Okay, so it's a curbside delivery.
Yeah, curbside delivery.
Okay. All right. I'm starting to kind of get it here.
That wasn't the most convoluted.
Yeah.
That wasn't the most complicated way to explain it. You know, the one that doesn't make any sense and like, oh, the outside people, like, yeah, we're supposed to know what the fuck that means.
So here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. Every time you deliver one of these fuckers there, Dunkin' Donuts, I want you to stand at their car. Like, stand at their car, and I want you to hold out your hand like a fucking busboy in the 1890s. I want you to hold out your hand, and I want you to cough in your other hand. I want you to kind of be like, hand the food to them, right? And then stare at them with your deadpan eyes that you have, and stare at them after you give them the food and they pay. But keep your hand out and then just go, and then hold out your hand like almost in their face, and then just look at them. Now, certainly 9 out of 10 people are gonna maybe get irritated with you, ignore you, or think, "What the fuck do you want?" But
I do that all the time with my workers.
Right? What? With the workers?
Yeah, with
Wait,
my
are you
workers.
a man?
I do weird things up front of them.
You do weird things like
Weird
what-
things.
what is
type
it?
of weird? Do you wear the mask?
No, I wear a mask.
Oh my God, he kills the coworkers.
No.
No, I kill them with laughter.
Yeah. So you're the Joker there. You're like the class clown.
I'm their
What types of weird things do you do?
You ever spit in someone's coffee?
I don't know, I act horny maybe there.
You ever do something to someone's coffee that was
Wait,
mean to you?
You act horny there?
Yeah, because everyone there is horny.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did you
Okay,
have
but
sex
what,
with
like,
the-
no. But what do you feel about that? Like, how does that? Are you interested?
Yeah.
All right. You got somebody at work that you want to get horny with?
I'm not. I can't even. I can't even.
The thought is like I'm surrounded by you.
I'm
do you
done.
guys do you guys do anything with the do you guys do anything with the donuts?
I wonder what frosting actually goes on that dough. Actually, I don't want to know.
Well, let's
This was
just
a
not
family
even
show before I got on.
Let's just not even monetize this tomorrow. At this point, this is good enough. We're not gonna beat this tomorrow. Like, I mean, bro.
Like I'm literally gonna timestamp that math equation because this is just that was the episode that summarizes this entire show right now.
Is that math thing gonna be a donation? Me walking away?
Oh
know
my
what? Why
God!
not?
Only if you get arrested soon.
How do you?
like a
Okay, can I just
$32
ask
donation.
how do you make a donation out of someone walking away, which is very much a visual ad, like gag?
I know what we do. I know what we do.
Just edit out what's 9 times 4. Yeah,
No. But we'll add the Rock and Booker T segment where he asks what's 2 + 2, and he goes Thomas Jefferson, sucker. We'll add that in.
That's exactly what I'm getting out of this. Pacharo, so also, so have you ever done anything to anyone's food? Maybe like, spit in a drink or you got angry at a customer.
Oh,
or
kind of like the
that?
Super Troopers thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some white cracker fuck.
Maybe I burned someone's food.
You burnt their food, yeah. Yeah, they hate that.
They yell at you?
No.
Well, were they like, hey, what the fuck, dude? And they get like in your face or something?
No, because they probably just told me to remake it. They don't get pissed.
Yeah. You got anybody at work that you're just like, fuck that guy, bro. Fuck him.
Jennifer is losing her mind in the chat.
You know who Pacharo?
Jennifer, we are sorry.
You know who Pacharo kind of sounds like? There was a guy a long time ago when I was doing my internet radio show when there was like 15 people or 5 people.
Ooh, talking into the microphone.
It was the year 2010, and I was hanging out with these kind of like troll people, and I was just on the internet doing a live stream, like on an internet site on Stickam and other places and whatever else. And it was there was no YouTube Hangouts, there was no any YouTube, nothing. I was live streaming doing this radio show, the Joe Cronin fucking rage radio thing I was doing. And this guy was such a weirdo, and I said, dude, you should prank call my mother. And so he did. He prank called my mom, and when we prank called my mom, he had this kind of creepy way of talking to her, and it reminds me of you. It was very funny how much it sounds like you.
You got a girlfriend, Pacharo?
No. My manager's pretty much my girlfriend.
Your manager?
Whoa, so you're getting a raise. One way or the other, you're getting a raise.
Wait a minute. Let's go back to that. Your manager at Dunkin' Donuts is pretty much your girlfriend. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's the horniest one there.
She's the horniest one.
So how does that apply to make her your
So let me.
girlfriend?
What do you? So wait. What do you guys do? Does she touch you, or does?
Benefits, or
Does she touch you?
She licked my face.
Okay.
What?
But now,
So-
but does she want to hook up with you, or like, are you just kind of imagining this in your head, or?
No, this happened months ago.
Okay,
In a
so wait, because your boss or manager licked you, you think that you're in a relationship with her? Yeah, so you think you're in a relationship with your boss just because she licked you once?
No. But
No.
maybe.
Well, what else? What
Okay,
other
wait,
reason?
no, wait.
Maybe-
I didn't.
maybe I
Pacharo,
was-
so wait a second. After she licked you, right? Were you like, "Whoa, why'd you just lick me?" Like, what did
No,
she say?
'cause
Why
I
did she?
told her. I told her. She said she took a promise to lick me, and then I came out and said, "Where's the licking part that you said you were gonna do?"
Oh, so you kind of turned it into a dare, like yeah, you said
That
you
sounds
did
like
it.
you're the horny one.
Are you sure that you're not gonna be arrested soon for like sexual
No.
misconduct in the
No,
workplace?
because no, it's not like they
So
were
you didn't
underage.
lick her?
Yeah.
And I got slapped in the ass too.
Whoa.
Oh, so wait a second. So she slaps you in the ass and licks your face, but you don't go, "Hey, you want to maybe hook up later?" Or
I
like,
did. I did when my mom wasn't home for like a week. I said, "Come over."
so you guys fucked.
No, it didn't happen.
Oh,
She
at all.
missed the opportunity. My mom was gone for a week and said, "Come over at house." She never came.
She never
What are the
came over.
odds that his boss
Oh.
is watching this and then all of a sudden it's just like, I heard you last night. Do you like to get fired?
Well, how about this? How
Out of
about
nowhere.
why don't you sue Dunkin' Donuts for sexual harassment and turn this thing
That's what I'm
around?
saying.
Yeah, that shit would mad
manager.
Sounds like you get
Mad
some pretty evidence.
unprofessional.
So you guys are just running around Dunkin' Donuts like fucking perverts down there. You guys are really kind of off the
What
rails.
other instances of horniness are you like? So you said. So who else is horny besides your manager?
Yeah, what else happened?
I don't
Yeah,
know. Just
Did you ever?
But you can't just say everybody's horny at Dunkin' Donuts and then
Everyone.
list like two
my
things.
workers are horny. One boy moaned at my ears.
Well, boy?
What?
One boy just moaned in my ear.
What do you mean, boy?
Joe, I need an adult. This is getting too dark.
What do you mean by boy? Like, how old are the people
A
that work
man.
there? A man?
They're
How
like in
old
their
was he?
20s.
Okay, why'd you call a man a boy though?
Because he is a boy. He's like a man. He was young, so I called him a boy.
You call him a boy. You just call people
How
that
old are you?
So wait a minute. You call
22.
people. You call people that you work with, that you get horny with at work, boys. Is that what you're saying?
No, there's a man. I know what a man is.
Yeah, but you call the workers that you get horny with boy.
Bro, just for the record, Pacharo is so
You said you just asked me. You asked me about.
Let me ask.
girl
I'm
being
just gonna. I'm
horny.
gonna
It's
ask
like,
you a
who else
series.
is horny?
All right.
There's
Let me
there's
ask you a
boy
series
there.
of questions. Did you tell me that the people you work with, you guys get horny with each other? You said that, right?
Yeah.
And then you said one of the boys I work with
Moaned in my ear.
moaned in your ear. Okay,
And he's
so
been doing that for a year almost.
he's just been kind of chirping in your ear, almost like a flirty
Yeah.
type of thing. That boy did that, huh?
And have you said, "Hey, bro, not cool what you're doing"?
Yeah,
No, I do back at him.
yeah. Now, did he
You-
ever?
wait, what do you do?
I moan
You
back
do a
at his
back
ear.
alley
too.
what?
I
So-
moan back at his ear.
Oh,
too.
so maybe you guys
Okay.
are just maybe he just thinks that you guys are just pretending to be gay because it's
we're
funny.
all
Yeah.
we're all messing around.
Yeah, you're all. I mean, I used to do that. You know, we used to slap
That's
each other's
not an
asses.
That's not an instance of someone being horny. I mean, probably you're horny, but what else?
You know, I think I understand. I mean, I did say that I thought you were a psycho. Like before you even said any words, Pacharo. I was just like, you know, I just something about you. I think something's wrong. And you said, no, I'm good. And I said, okay, you're right. You know, I'm probably
I'm not
crazy.
a psychopath. I'm
I
not
know, I
actually
don't-
raping people.
No, I don't think you're out there raping people. You know, I don't think that. But
Well,
it, but
wait, you
just
were accused of rape?
No, I said
Oh.
not like that's not like I'm not like a psychopath like raping people.
okay. You're not like, you know, like, hey, look at the playground. Whoa, yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not only Tommy.
My
Lee.
name's Keith.
My name's Keith. Yeah.
I just my fucker.
So here's the thing.
Pacharo, why did you bring up rape? Because nobody was talking about rape until you just like randomly mentioned it.
He said he sounds like a psychopath.
Could you tell me? Let me.
But that could mean like you're.
Let me try to
that could mean,
assess
like,
something.
You're weird.
I want to assess your workers, your coworkers. Now you're fine. I just want to assess your coworkers. Could you recreate? Just try to recreate. What is the moan that coworker does in your ear? Could you simulate that? I want to know what it sounds like. Go ahead. I'd like to just think about this. See if it's.
Oh no, he said. Oh no.
Like when he moans in your ear, what's it sound like? What's he do?
Sound like a woman.
Do the voice. Try to mimic it.
Oh God.
Try to mimic it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
squirt.
Do it again. Mustafa was talking over it. Go ahead again. Do it again.
He's like, squirt.
Oh, okay. So that's what he
Ew.
does. Yeah, he kind of walks by and goes,
So it's like a jokey thing.
squirt.
That's not really. I don't know.
"Oh,
Well,
squirt."
who else besides that guy?
Now that's
Who
the
else
one you
besides
call
that
the
guy in your
boy,
manager?
right? You call him the boy, the one that goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, squirt."
And,
Okay.
and you're like his daddy.
No.
Yeah.
And you're like, don't be a naughty boy, you know?
Yeah,
Is that what
I
you
get
say
it.
to him?
Listen, hey, listen, I got to wrap up the show, but we'll be back tomorrow night with Monetize This. Maybe we'll continue this. Real quickly, before we get off the air, I do want to acknowledge, this keeps happening, but I want to get a couple minutes with Nick Ross here before we get off because he just popped in. And
Oh man, I wanted to hear what Nick Ross had to say.
Yes, so go ahead, Nick Ross.
Nah, you fine, man. You can wrap up the show. I just want to say I love the show, man.
Yo.
Thank you.
How you doing? How you been, man? Hey, how'd the move go?
The move, the transition was beautiful. The transition was beautiful.
You transition?
Yeah, no. I'm in the upper Wisconsin.
The cheese state.
What do you think? What do you think of Pacharo?
I don't think of Pacharo as anything, but I think that the Green Bay Packers lost, so I'm happy about that.
Just like a Patriot.
Oh boy. Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
What? Don't fucking say anything about the Patriots, Pacharo. All right, we're
At
gonna
least
let you
he made,
slide
at least
'cause you're
he
a
made
re-
playoffs.
Hey, we're gonna get a new
Yeah.
offensive coordinator soon.
I just want to say,
Even though
Pacharo,
we're gonna lose to the Bills. So.
Go ahead,
keep
Nick.
making those booty donuts, okay? Because if somebody gets you mad, you just have to wipe it on your ass. I'm sorry. It just seems like you just an ass wiper. Please do not let nobody eat those booty chips, okay? Thank you.
Raised a piece of shit.
Hey, happy Friday.
Hey.
Hype for the NFL playoffs starting this weekend.
Yes.
I have random request. Joe and Luke should do a quick bit pretending to commentate a football game. Joe plays the role of John Madden. Luke plays role of Jesse Ventura not knowing what's hap.
Oh
That-
my God.
I would enjoy that. Hey, maybe we can do it Sunday.
Oh my God! Why is E-Man in the chat? Piss off.
Oh my God. Well, listen, Nick
Yeah,
Ross.
that's a great time to bring E-Man up.
Yeah.
No, but love you, Joe.
What do you
Love
just?
Joe.
I love you,
100%.
Nick. Thank you, bro, for the support, man. Nick
Amen.
Ross, top dono
E-Man, how about you
tonight.
come in here and say that to me, E-Man?
All right.
No, I'm-
Now, what you
Look,
pick a fight with everybody?
I'll be at Monetize this tomorrow, so
right.
I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you
Give me a
guys.
name and lose hard.
All right, baby. I love it. See you
Nick
guys.
Ross is the best.
He is
Why
great.
is he the
Top
only
dono.
one that shits on me, E-Man?
I don't know, Pacharo, but Jesus Christ, get over it. We'll see you tomorrow,
No,
Pacharo,
it's
maybe.
annoying. What does he got with me?
Unbelievable stuff. You're great. I'm out of here. Good night. Thank you, guys. Oh, wait. Oh, hey, Rojas, before I go. Rojas.
By the way, does anybody know if Buffalo still?
Maybe Sunday, Rojas.
Yeah.
We'll I'll see you
Yeah,
tomorrow
we'll
night.
talk about.
All right.
We'll talk about fucking Velma.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about, all right. We'll see you then. Man, great stuff tonight. I had a blast. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for dropping a couple of donos too. Nothing pisses off the trolls like the donations dropping like that. I mean, I know we didn't exactly blow a load and make thousands bombs and stuff like that and people making fun of it, but you know, this is a quick little show on Fridays now. You know, it's not a big show. Saturday night is Monetize This. So I hope you guys show up for that. But man, thank you for the support of this show. It made I'm hoping that tomorrow my tooth will feel better. I can't normally when I'm done with a fucking dentist, my tooth feels better. It fucking feels fucked right now. I feel like I'm not going to be able to eat right tomorrow. Again. So we'll see what happens, man, but you guys are the best. Thanks for the support. I am definitely going to listen to that last bit of this show back to hear that because that fucking cracked me up, dude. That was funny. Take it or leave it. Hit that like button. Stick the thumb directly up my ass. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow night for Monetize This. And what episode of Monetize This is it? Oh, by the way, we referenced that guy that sounded like Pacharo. Listen to this. This is the guy that prank called my mom. Doesn't it sound like him, kind of? Listen to this.
What can I help you with? Where are you calling from?
The hospital.
Doesn't that sound like Pacharo, but with a better mic? This is when I had this guy prank call my mother and tell my mother I was in a car accident. And my mother got really upset. And I'm a horrible person. Like, I mean, this really was terrible to do to my mom. But this is what we did back in, 2009 on the internet. When I was live on the internet in 2009, this is the type of stuff we did.
What hospital?
There was an accident.
Yeah. And how was he?
He's gonna be in a coma for...
This isn't funny. This is a joke.
I'm not joking.
This is from the...
I was driving, and I was drunk.
You were drunk?
Yeah. And
And my son is in a coma because you were drunk?
Yes.
What hospital is he in?
In Northshore.
In which one?
Northshore Hospital.
North Shore Hospital. Where is that?
It's in Minnesota.
In Minnesota?
Yeah.
That's not my son.
It is your son.
If you're calling from Minnesota, that's not my son.
We took a road trip.
What's wrong with people from Minnesota, by the way?
Officer, you're so full of it.
I'm gonna rape you.
I can't believe he said that, dude. What the fuck? Dude, I was like, come on, man. Why'd you say that?
Funny. That's not funny. If you're calling from Minnesota, that's not my son.
We took a road trip.
You're full of shit. That's not funny. That's not funny.
You're not funny.
What is...
You're not funny. Oh, my God. My poor mother. My mom was getting for real, though. She was like, yeah, full of shit. Dude, my mother was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
It's in Minnesota.
In Minnesota?
Yeah.
I kind of was like, I told him kind of what to do, but he went a little further than I expected him. So I was kind of like, oh, what the fuck, man? That was a little, but it was, oh, my poor mom. I had to call her right away, like, and be like, well, it's me.
It's not my son.
It is your son.
If you're calling from Minnesota, that's not my son.
We took a road trip.
You're full of shit. That's not funny. That's not funny.
You're not funny.
What is your number?
You don't need to worry about that.
I don't. Officer, you're so full of it.
She called him officer.
Officer, you're so full of it.
I'm gonna rape you.
Oh my God, I still can't believe you said that, dude. What the fuck? I'm like, call my mom and prank her. Tell him I was in a car accident. He fucking, dude. Oh man, my mom was not buying it. I knew my mom wouldn't buy it. That's the thing. Like, if my mother, like, she was like half asleep, I think, too. But I felt bad about that. Like, I actually called her and I was apologizing to her, and like, I felt really bad. I don't think I ever pranked my mom again with anything like that, because I felt bad about that one. And that guy was so rough, dude. That guy was so like ridiculous, like fucking. Oh my! When he goes, "You're not funny." All right, listen, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night for Monetize This. Thank you for being my real friends and hanging out with me, and thanks for supporting the show, man. Thank you. Thank you to SITH NEGAN, too, for his legendary status on Patreon and in the donations and in the support and for the belt and the beautiful mask collection that SITH NEGAN has himself. And, of course, Nick Ross for dropping a $60 bomb. He knocked off the ghost from the coast. And to everybody else who's on the show tonight, I had a blast. I can't wait to listen back to that Pacharo bit. That was amazingly funny. Hats off to him. He might have killed somebody, though. I am a little concerned, but that's okay. It wouldn't be the first time. We'll see you tomorrow for Monetize This.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a very shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
I'm gonna gargle your piss!
I'm taking DWELSH to fucking jail for fucking doxing me. It's never too fucking late. It's never too late for anything.
What was your brilliant plan? Because you knew that Welsh was going to set you up. You knew it.
No, he told me that he was gonna donate $200 at the end. Then he told me
Well, it
was 150, and
but
you
we'll
really
forgive
trusted
him.
me.
It was 150. You're a fucking two-faced faggot, man. You fucking backstabber.
Joe, do not even mention the shithole Australia in the same sentence as New Zealand. They're like the next
I've never
worst
trusted
thing to
nobody in this
America.
fucking community ever.
Yes, I am
Everybody can go
strangling
fuck
a Kiwi
themselves.
bird. Elite it
Joe,
afterwards.
get him out of here.
Justice for
Randy
Bullfrog.
Randy Viper, how does it feel that you
And
got
I'll
mowed
take
over
you
by
to
your
jail,
own buddy?
fucking DWELSH.
Yeah, you know.
You better kiss your family goodbye, DWELSH, you fucking shitless bastard.
Oh my God!
Sounds like a
Imagine that, a guy who
It is a threat.
A guy who
I gotta leave my show. I gotta leave the show for 7 months after I say.
You better tell your job that you're quitting, DWELSH, you faggot.
Oh my God, he's coming for your job.
Yeah, I want to call his job and get him fucking fired.
Oh.
Yeah, you sit at home all day long eating donuts and fat.
And fat? That's it? He's just eating fat?
He's just eating fat. He's just eating like pig fat and shit.
Like I said, everybody in this community can go fuck themselves. Randy Viper, go fuck yourself.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa, now he's turning on Randy.
That guy's supporting you.
Dude, you can't trust nobody in this fucking community.
That guy, oh my God. That guy, all he's done is support you.
Nobody.
You hear that, Randy Viper? He fucking
Fuck the fucking support. You can't trust fucking nobody.
You could have trusted Randy Viper.
He really likes you.
Fuck him.
Wow. This is amazing. Randy Viper, you hear this, you Kiwi cunt?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Can't
God.
trust nobody in this fucking community.
Joe, why don't we raise the stakes?
Everybody's a fucking
Jesus
two-faced
Christ.
faggot around here.
Bullfrog, Jesus Christ, you're burning every bridge. What are you, from Nova Scotia or something?
This is crazy.
So Bullfrog, what's your plan now to get your brother into the championship?
I ain't telling you shit. Fuck you.
Oh, because you don't have a
I ain't telling you a goddamn thing. Fuck you.
Oh my God.
Dude, you know what?
Joe, get him out of here.
We've been having this beef for months. Let's fucking settle it right now, all right? You're gay. Let's get it over with.
Yeah, like you don't know this by now. I'm bisexual, dumbass.
Yeah,
Like you don't know that?
Yeah, he's admitted to
What
this.
does sexual even mean? Like, do you even know what
Means
that
I like girls and guys, stupid.
Yeah, this is we've all known this. We've all known this for a long time.
Let's get these. Let's see if
This is old. Well, Rojas, to be honest, this is old news. We've already heard this.
Yeah, you dumbass. Why don't you fucking watch a show for once?
No, I knew he was gay. I never
Joe,
knew
he's
he
bi.
was bisexual, man. I never knew.
Yeah, he's into guys and girls. We've heard it a million times. I like this guy. I like this girl. He don't fucking know it's coming or going. He's in a little. I mean, what the fuck? You know, you don't fucking know.
No, I'm not either. Go fuck yourself,
Joe,
Joe.
lost his
I ain't
point.
into anything.
Get him out of here.
You don't. This ain't your fucking show.
Actually, kind of is. Goodbye.
And there he goes. I was hoping he buried himself more.
I want to save up money, and I will donate to myself.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I can if I donate $200 every time.
You can't do that.
3 years with this belt, and you still don't get it.
Oh my God, you can't do that, Bullfrog. You can't donate to yourself.
Actually,
A smarter thing would have been to keep Randy Viper's money at least, but you took that away. So now you can't do your own money. You can't do Randy Viper's money.
Like I said, fuck everybody. You can't trust nobody in this fucking community. Like I said, fuck
including
yourself.
yourself.
Well, you can't trust you or the fuck.
Fuck yourself.
You can't trust you or the fuck. You thrucking every second you change your mind.
Get him out of here. He lost his point.
I want to get him out, but like every time I go to get him out, he says something more hilariously ridiculous. So like
Yeah, why don't we just get rid of you, DWELSH?
Ooh.
Why would he get rid of me for?
Because you sound like you got syrup in your mouth. That's why, all right? Listen.
Oh, my God.
I am so sick of these mumble mouths.
Oh.
All right? Learn how to speak the language or don't come into the country, all right?
What language do you speak? Sounds like you're speaking a fucking Mongoloid language.
Okay.
I can't believe you just threw away your points in the bank. That is insanely funny.
That's because that fucking D-Welsh told me to.
Well, it's because you're an idiot.
Bullfrog
You're a
D-Welsh.
fucking idiot.
Bullfrog DWELSH, it should say something when the border jumper is telling you that you need to learn how to speak.
I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here. I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here. I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here. Son, run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fucking fat bitch. Don't you think I'm a fucking terrorist? Run, you fat bitch. Run, you fat bitch. Your tracks today. Never run so hard in all your damn life.
Oh my God, Allison Tuckwab. I was ending the show. We've been trying to end the show forever, and Allison comes in with a donation. Allison, I don't know if you were watching the show earlier, Allison, but I have added you to the all-time donators list, Allison. You are now listed down below forever in the over $3,000 spot. Allison, thank you very much for that donation, and you have joined the list of newcomers to the over 3K, the producers list. It's permanent. I got commission check at least, Sith. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show like you do. If you guys want to hear the rest of that clip, it's another 15 minutes long. I'll put the link in the chat for you, courtesy of Allison Tuckwab. And you can also find all these clips on Patreon if you want to continue to listen to stuff like this. It's all on Patreon. You can type in podcast, funny, Bullfrog, Joe. You can type in whatever. You can watch Corrupted Podcast episodes, all of them. It's all on Patreon. A lot of it's on Patreon that's not on YouTube. So become a patron for even at least $2 a month or $1 a month. And there's just tons of shit on there. The library of old funny clips and bits and episodes and moments and things that happen. Thank you guys for that support. I'm really getting off the air now. So goodbye. And thank you again. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
There's something going on.
Whoa,
up in
wait a
space.
minute.
There's something going on up in this place. There's something weird kinda happening, strange.
The show just won't end.
Things are kinda happening. What the
Holy
fuck is
shit,
happening?
Allison!
Aliens,
Allison is going crazy.
extraterrestrials, they gave me a shot. Nanotechnology. I'm not me. You're not you. La la la.
Allison Tuckwab.
Personality, Scott McKinney.
Wow.
La, 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 la.
Did you know Vince McMahon is getting sued again, but I don't know what it's for? That's one question. Another one is, I don't think the women KLN won't go to Sabo Radio cause they'll be called how to dress, and they dress the way they want to dress.
Yeah, I think the lawsuit, Allison, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't think that the women will be affected. If it went to Saudi Arabia, I don't think the women would be affected still in America. I think the women would still be allowed to do what they do in America. You know, would they tone down some of the sexy? Maybe. That could happen. But I don't think for the most part anything really would change too much, because those investors want to make money. And if they're making money on the American product of it, they don't care about that part, I don't think. But as far as Vince McMahon, he's in trouble for something to do with the, way he came back and the way he dealt with the shareholders. There's also another lawsuit from another woman, I think, that allegedly coming. So those are the things that are going on. It's obviously someone's trying to stop Vince from taking this power. Who that is, I don't know. Allison. Stephanie McMahon had surgery today on her leg. She's also gone from the company. And yeah, that's really about it. But there's also people saying that Vince McMahon, now people are saying that Vince won't sell the company maybe. There was an article about a former writer who said that why Vince won't sell the company. But here's the thing, if Vince won't sell the company, why did Vince hire Nick Khan when he's there to facilitate a sale? Unless this was all just a charade to drive the stocks up for them to sell the stocks. You know what I mean? Some kind of insider trading shit. I don't know. But I would think that if you hired Nick Khan, a guy who's notorious for helping sell stuff, that's what would go down. But anyway, I got to get off the air, man. But Allison, thank you so much. We're ending the show, and Allison started dropping bombs, baby. Allison Tuckwab, $3,000 list. She's above. She's a producer forever now. So thank you, Allison, so much, man. I am surprised by the support tonight on this little throwdown show. And if you missed this whole show, go back and watch the whole thing. I thought we had a good show from beginning to end, and certainly some real funny shit at some point. Thank you to everybody who supports this channel. Derek Hant says the story of all this is going to be one hell of a documentary. Yeah, can you imagine it? I mean, yes, please, Elon Musk buy WWE. Imagine if Elon was the owner of WWE. Oh my God, that'd be better than better than what could happen, I suppose. I would think. Thank you, Allison, once again. I could stay on and keep trying to hang, but I got to get up real early in the morning, or I would. But I'll be back tomorrow night for Monetize This, no doubt. I'll catch you tomorrow. Good night. And thank you to Allison for ending the stream with a bang. Thank you, Derek Hance, for the donation. Thank you to Derek, Allison, JCS fan, Joshua David, for becoming a member again. Derek, Nick Ross, Hit Me With Your Flu Shot, The Ghost from the Coast, Gerald Armstrong, and, of course, Nick Ross with the top donation of $60. Thank you to Nick. And Allison now for dropping the most combined, I believe. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. What happened to Stephanie? She's got a picture of her arm. Yeah, Stephanie had surgery on her leg. Her arm is that's just her with an IV in her arm. Because you have to have an IV when you have surgery, you know? Her arm's fine, though. Her leg is what had surgery. She had a planned surgery on her leg. She's recovering well, she says. So that's good. But she's gone from WWE. Good night.